Yo, smash that like button. Shout out everybody on here. Smash that like button. Happy Sunday, y'all. God bless all y'all. God bless all of you guys, and women. Lakeisha Glover, what's up? PSD, P5D. Good evening, swiping family. Shout out Lakeisha. Shout out to Adia. Shout out to Adia. Shout out to Polo the Don, 1206. Make sure y'all subscribe to all my wrenches. Shout out Monique Moore. Shout out Monique Moore. Shout out Harry O'Neal. OG Monique, what's up? What's up, OG? You good? Harry One, what's up? Harry O'Neal, I mean. Shout out Messenger. Shout out Monty McCurry. Appreciate your love support, brother. Uh Uriel Heaven's Guardian, for sure. Quarter P, what's up? Shout out Shaky Shack. Messenger again, NYPD will save you if the price is right. Now you getting caught in NYPD shit. Hey, I'd rather stay in NYPD. Hey, look, you can commit a crime all you want to in New York. You getting caught within 48 hours. In Chicago, unsolved mystery. Do-na-na-na-na. Like, for real. Everybody who do something in New York, their ass getting caught. Shout out Henley Beckham. Shout out D Jack. Shout out Refuge Dro. Refugee Joe. Shout out Matthew Wiggins. Shout out Ty Richardson. Ty Richardson, 815, 813. Shout out Was Khalifa. Stream Elements. Shout out Coretta Dixon. Shout out Nightwolf. Shout out Medina Jalal, 678. Shout out Leaky. 6560 Leaky. Shout out Go James. I am no doubt. For sure. Croc 313. SD Martinique. What's up, OG? TLS Move. Shout out Mohammed. The Conqueror. You need to go and holler at brother Aside then, brother. Killer Cam from out west. Shout out Killer Cam, man. Shout out to the whole west side. Swipe. What's happening, Brody? What's the latest on these goofies? Salama Barakam. I think I said it right. Shout out Dre, 1 of 1. Do it yourself, 2121. What's up? Shout out Big Rob, 100K. Shout out Big, 6,000. Rambo Savage. Shout out Almighty Prop. Shout out Nine Shotty. Shout out Crazy Edits. Chatham. Shout out Chatham. Shout out Brandon. And of course, Needy on here. You can't hear me? Oh, man. All right, y'all, we back. I thought it was the sound. NC. Hey, shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to everybody on here, all my mods, even the ones that ain't on here. Made Media, Street Code, Powder, Trap, Hood Fella. Shout out to all them. NC. You going to Dirt Trial Swipe? I don't think so, man. I don't think so, man. Hey, I wouldn't want to waste my money for what we all know, man. Hey, look, Lil Durk told us in raps, the paperwork add up to the raps. What I need to go for? Want to go and take a picture outside the California building or something? I don't need to go and sit and hear what we already know and what's finna happen. Only the illusional people that think that, they finna just walk out of there, all that shit that they, hey, you see, I told you somebody was gonna come with that BS round table street talk. Look at it. Hey, I got an interview this weekend with Round Table, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. It's gonna be dope, man. It's gonna be dope. Make sure y'all subscribe to Round Table. I got an interview this weekend with him, so make sure y'all subscribe. All right, y'all. We gonna get this out the way. We're gonna get this out the way real quick. I really don't want to talk about it, but I know somebody gonna pop up on my live and say something about it. The Tate brothers, yes, they got locked up. They got locked up. I don't know them. I don't know nobody who know them. Somebody was saying they from Chicago. Hey, just because somebody from Chicago and they get locked up, that don't mean nothing. There's a lot of people that live in Chicago that we don't know. That live in Cook County that we don't know. So the Tate brothers got locked up. They was trafficking. They was doing all the above, man. Y'all already know the same shit Epstein was doing. Hey, but I tell you this. I tell you this. Don't worry about. I mean, you worry about it. You got to watch them too, because they the higher up. So they doing it to the people, right? But hey, you need to Google. Type this in Google. Register offender. And then you type in their name. You know what I'm talking about? And you gonna see all the red dots. It's gonna let you type in your zip code. You gonna see people who you talk to every day and they on the red dot list. You hear me? So what I'm trying to tell you is make sure you protect the home too, while you worry about, I'm talking about some rich people who doing some freaky shit. You know what I'm talking about? Protect the home where your kids at, because they around you. Trust me. I'm talking about you hit that red dot app, and I'm talking about they pop up like chicken pox. You like, golly. Even by the schools, even everywhere. They everywhere, man. They allowed everywhere, bro. So I just thought we'd get this out the way real quick before we go into all the rest of the stuff. Just in case the Tate brother fans want to see it, I really don't care for it, but we'll watch it.
Navan, the #1 rated business travel platform, lets your team book work travel in one place. Flights, hotels, cars.
Turning now to the new charges against controversial Manosphere influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate. The brothers were arrested by federal officials in Miami yesterday after British authorities issued 38 new charges against them, including rape and human trafficking. Their lawyer says they're innocent and is calling the charges a, quote, political hit. Now, Andrew and Tristan Tate are awaiting extradition to the UK. Andrew Dimbert has the latest.
Andrew and Tristan Tate are back in custody. The controversial social media influencers were arrested Saturday night in Miami after British prosecutors announced
Hey, they talking about these guys right here. These guys, they was charged with it, man. Hey, they like I said, they the higher ups, so watch them too. But hey, you need to be getting on Google right now and typing in your zip code, because they right in your backyard, man. They your neighbor, the gang members that you know. Yeah, y'all all know the gang members, the ones who were showing up at our school. They count too. Even though they ain't on the list. It's just like paperwork. People be like, you need some paperwork. No, you don't need no paperwork. The whole neighborhood know that he was sleeping with her when she was our age or she was a kid. So we ain't gonna play crazy talking about we need some paperwork or why they ain't go to the police station. The shit wasn't right. You hear me? But yeah, check that red dot list, man. Y'all be amazed about that. Check that list, man. Your neighbor on that smiling every day talking about your kids look good. He on that motherfucker. I'm telling you. You will be surprised, man. Check that list. Make sure everybody check that list on my channel, man. When you get off my channel, make sure you go and check it. Type in your neighborhood, your location, and it's gonna pop up, man. You're gonna see so many people you know on that motherfucker, on everything, bro. And they gonna be missing too. It's gonna be a lot of AWOLs. It's gonna be a lot of people that's on that list that say AWOL, missing. They've been missing for 3 years, 4 years. They don't know where these people at. You hear me? They don't know where these people at. So Make sure y'all check on that, man. I'm just a concerned citizen. I'm just a concerned person about y'all, man. About everybody now. I'm conscious now. I ain't never been like this before in my life, but I'm conscious about, the things that is going on in the world, man. And I know that myself know that we only got one life. We on the time clock already. I don't need Lil Ray Ray, or I don't need nobody else speeding up my time. You hear me? So make sure y'all yeah, the register list. It's the register list. The S offender list. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We gotta be mute on here. People watch the page just to record it and report something. All right, so we ain't gotta worry about them being over here. The UK finna hit them over their head. I can tell you that. Everybody I see go to jail in the UK, they ain't never come out that thing, man. They ain't never come out. Even some of the people from America, man, they over there talking about they need help. Help them. They been locked up for 10 years, goddamn it, and they ain't been to court. I'm telling you, bro, getting locked up overseas here different. It ain't no TV judge or none of that. Your ass go to court next year on everything. That's the difference between over here and over there. They ain't playing over there. You steal something, you get your hands chopped off. Hard labor. Hey, all right, so we got to talk about Jam, man. We got to talk about Jam. So Jam, it's the word, man, that Jam is demanding 20 years. He demanded 20 years for his role in a Lil Pab hit and in a Banks Enterprise. He want 20. Now AJ and Marley, they gotta be off some drugs, man. I don't care how young you is. If you cop out to 30 to 35 years as a plea, you might as well go all the way and get cracked over your shit. But like I said, Marley and AJ, they is 23 years old. 30 years, 35 years at 85%. Shit, they might get some new laws that kick in and in their favor, and then they'll be home like the BD twins now. Cause hey, just cause they say life in prison, bro, that don't mean they gonna do life. I can tell y'all that, man. I seen a lot of people who they gave life to in the federal system who did worse shit than Durk and them did. More killings and all. And they all home, man. A lot of people home. He admitted to 4 murders on the RICO. He said he killed 4 people. He home right now. So I know that they're gonna be home one day. I just don't know when. It could be 20 years from now. It could be 30. It could be 50. It could be never. But if he get charged with all that shit, he ain't coming home. He ain't coming home. I can tell you that. He get charged with the bike car and the little pipe. They label him as a fucking El Chapo. He say, motherfucker so used to jail 20 ain't shit. Jam. Oh yeah, Jam gonna walk that 20 down. He gonna walk that 20 down. He ain't gonna walk it down by just walking it down though. Man, Jam finna give up half Chicago, bro. Y'all just don't know. Motherfucker talking about no evidence. Who you think been doing all the killing for since 22? Shit, that's when they started doing all the killing, right? Right before Jam came home, and then when Jam came home, everybody got eliminated. Cash and they had all the rest of them, right? So Jam was home, right? So you telling me that Jam ain't gonna tell him? He gonna tell him about Lil Pop, but he ain't gonna tell him about the other murders. You gotta be hey, look, you gotta be kidding. Jam ain't finna stand now. He finna give up all them. Hey, you see the guy who told Bezu, the guy 30 who told Bezu the ATF on them? You see they in the feds, him and Patone them from 79th. They're in the feds. They say Jam got them jammed. They got into it with Jam, calling Jam a rat. Jam say, I'm a rat, huh? All right. Hey, feds, I sold a half a kilo for them when they got out. They got the money over there. They was Rico 4 months later, man. No bullshit after they got into it with Jam. Jam say, I'm the reason why y'all niggas was getting money. Y'all was broke. Now y'all want to play with my name? I got y'all. 4 months later, indicted. Now they in Lil Durk damn paperwork tipping them off. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. Them boys had an operation on 79th. They had business cards. They had a booth that you go to. You got to get a number. You walk to this block. They send you to another block. They had a real operation, man. Them boys had some real operation, bro. Them motherfuckers had, hey, they had their business on Instagram, goddamn. We got 2-for-1s on Instagram. Like, come on, man. You got to be out your damn mind, man. Niggas got a whole business card on Instagram, on the Instagram page. We got 2-for-1s from 7 to 10, and then we got regular dubs, man. Come get them. You think you ain't finna go to jail? And they knew the feds was watching them. They walk in the building with ski masks on, hoodie. Hey, look, they walk through the alley without their shit on, and then when they get in the building, they put on their ski mask. Like, bro, you should have kept your ski mask on the whole fucking time. That's how they got dude them. They kept on. They ain't know who dude them was until they took off their ski mask when they got to their car. That's how they got the dude them on 79th, Patone them. They OTF too. They just ain't no motherfucking rappers and shit. They get their own money. They ain't gotta wait on Master Durk to get them no money. They get that shit on their own. They just show up at the concerts. I know they wish they wouldn't have said shit to Jam though. Sometimes good, just be quiet, man. If it ain't got nothing to do with you, be quiet, cause they was laughing at Jam, telling the whole neighborhood what Jam did on Durk, and it backfired on them. Now they finna do at least about 20, 30 years. And Jam, if he run into any one of those guys, he gonna beat them. All these guys, I'm talking about 100 pounds, man. Everybody I'm talking about 100 pounds, man. Even Lil Durk, he 100 pounds compared to Jam. So just imagine you in jail getting beat up by the person who got down on you. Just imagine that. Just imagine Jam running to Lil Durk, because Jam refusing PC. I don't give a fuck where he go. He gonna refuse that shit. Just imagine Lil Durk land in the same joint that Jam land in, and then Jam tell him, what's up? You ready to squabble? Hell no. You and DD, meet me in the back. I heard y'all been playing with my name. That'll be crazy as hell. Durk could really be singing Federal Nightmares. It's one thing to go to jail, man, but it's one thing to get your ass kicked by the testifier. I just wondered, did Lil Durk really fall down to his knees when the law came? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. So Jam want 20. Vonnie said he want 7. Flocka going for 25. And y'all saying that they ain't got nothing. All right, now I know everybody keep on saying this in my comments too. Let me just address this real quick. Everybody saying that they can't prove that Lil Durk paid nothing. Hey, look, you way lost now. That was the first indictment, pal. Hey, look, it's 2, 3. He been superseded twice, 3 times, but we just talking about the second superseding indictment right now. All right. So the second superseding indictment, when Drew went on there and ran his mouth, and he had told the feds the evidence that they got wrong. Hey, look, the feds putting a charge called stalking, resulting in death. Stalking resulting in death, which means that they ain't got to prove that Lil Durk paid nothing. All they got to do is prove that Lil Durk was into it with Quando, Rondo, and them, and that he shot at them trying to kill them. And I'm pretty sure, like they got that evidence. Hey, look, all you got to do is go on YouTube. You can't delete the shit. Drew gonna have to go around and pay everybody who posted that shit. Hey, look, bro, yeah, you want to delete it. And even if he did that, it's already out there. It got millions of views. This shit was watched. This shit was like an episode. Everything that they saying that he did, it was like an episode on TV, a TV series, about how they was going about it. They jump on the line. Young boy and them jump on the line. They kill King Von. Now they trolling. Like they putting this shit out there themselves. Hey, look, y'all say freedom, but do you agree with this? If you was a real gangster, we should never known about it. Should none of us know about it. Durk shouldn't have went on no interviews and let DJ Academics trick him. Because that's what he did. DJ Academics ain't trick him. DJ Academics just asked him the question that he knew the feds would be interested in. Because he asked him, hey, so what's up with Quando Rondo? Your beef and all that. And Durk fell right into it. And that's what the feds are saying with the stalking. Durk saying that he had whooped him, that Von whooped him, and that and not only did Von Mayweather him, he's saying that that's why he got killed. So now you is aware that Von got killed because of that. So they saying that you killed behind Von. So you making yourself aware of the shit. You hear me? Hey, look, all they got to do is prove that he was aware. Awareness is not AJ coming $1 million worth of game, but AJ stand for Lil Durk video. That's awareness. At some point, you was aware, because you wouldn't have him in your video if he ain't killed nobody. Hey, look, like I said, we can all play dumb on here, but Lil Durk and them got millions and made millions of dollars of telling on himself. That's what he did. He made millions and millions of dollars off telling on himself. Now you mad at Trenches News, but he told everything. I'm going to say this one more time. Lil Durk say he having federal nightmares. He said, you don't need no lawyer if your homie told. He on the stand with his head down like you don't know me, though. It ain't no point in getting no lawyer if your homie told. He said that. He said that if the feds come around asking about bodies, it's time to red man. He said this shit before he was locked. He was free when he said it. All this stuff I'm rapping, he said when he was free. He said all this shit. If the feds listening, it's props. And then he goes in talking about shit about real killings. Like, how the fuck how does that work? How do you say something is a prop? Like a prop means that it's fake. It's a replica, it's fake. So you saying if the feds listening, it's all props. And then you get the rap. We killed dude. We sat outside his hotel with Dracos. Like, what the fuck? Like, who you think gonna believe that shit? Scum his ass. I'm riding through Belly Hill with choppers. Hey, look, I wouldn't even put that song out, man, knowing that my homies then was in Beverly Hills with choppers and somebody really got killed. They got ski masks on. I told them hit hard, boom his ass. He think what they say. The Fed say that Lil Durk them not Lil Durk. They said that Vonnie them switched the plates with Uber tags. And what Lil Durk rap about? Scum his ass. They ain't paying attention because we got Uber tags. Like he telling, bro. He's snitching on himself. Y'all ain't calling him no rat. Just think about it. Hey, look, the Fed said that they had Uber tags before the paperwork came out. But before that came out, we heard Lil Durk say they ain't paying attention because we got Uber tags. And then the feds come out and say, yeah, they had 2 cars and they took the plates off and put Uber tags on it. You hear me? Like, come on, man. You got to be crazy out your mind, bro. He said this shit. Ain't nobody calling him no rat, though. Fuck out of here, man. Y'all be picking and choosing, man. Y'all be picking and choosing who y'all want to say this shit to. No, Durk didn't get on no stand. But he told every motherfucking thing. How we know Zoo a chief? How we know Boone, cause he a chief? What if Boone don't want to be no chief when the feds come? Y'all ever thought about that? I be with Trigger, I be with Zoo, now we on 4-6. No, you don't. You ain't no 4-6, nigga. But Zoo on 4-4 in Princeton. He ain't no 4-6. That's what I'd be saying if I was the niggas from 4-6. But they broke starving, so they gonna be like, yeah, jumping up like monkeys. He said he on 4-6. Yeah. To the people's come. Then that's not true. Durk never been on 4-6. His rhymes are cap. On everything. His rhymes are cap. He's capping in this rap. And then y'all want the people who ain't never killed nobody to believe this shit. We ain't paying attention to that car because he got Uber tags. Was that not why Rondo and them ain't pay attention? And they ain't see 2 cars following them? Because they thought it was another Uber behind them? Like, that's crazy, bro. Hey, look, y'all might not understand. Y'all might not understand why it's every man for himself now with the Jam and Vonnie and all them. But it's really every man for themselves. It's really every man for themselves when you get down to the bottom, when you got 15 people who went on a hit or know about a hit. You got six people who went on a hit that you got 5 people that we never heard brag about the murders of Quando Rondo and them. We never seen Boogie brag about it. We never seen Vonnie brag about it. We never seen Brown Eyes brag about it. We never seen Flock brag about it. We never seen Jam get on the internet and say he spanked Quando Rondo. We never. But guess who admitted it? Lil Durk. That's why he in jail. On everything. That's why he in jail. Who finna go and do life? And you done rapped about it to the world and we ain't even tell it. We ain't even get to tell on ourselves. Like, come on, man. Y'all gotta be serious. Ain't no rules to the streets. When y'all get that, then y'all figure it out. Now it's some rules. Oh man, he can't tell. But what about all the times when they threw their names in the raps? Jam was getting paid for murders way back then when the prices was low. Lil Durk said that. Lil Durk said that. Jam been getting paid for murders in his songs way back then. Does that not make the feds get up on you? Oh, he been getting paid for murders way back then. Let's see if somebody can tap his phone. You hear me? Like that's Blues Clues, bro. No matter how you look at it, you ain't got to take the stand, bro. Just like Jam got a song. Jam got a song saying, he got a song telling about what everybody doing. He's saying, if Lil Durk say kill him, Didi will shoot you on sight. OTF Vonnie got a 50 shot in the wheelchair. Like hey, look, Jam did that song on purpose, man. Jam them knew the feds was on them, and he made a motherfucker federal song. Everything that they said in the paperwork, man, you could read in there. Go and listen to Jam song. You're gonna be like, what the hell? Dirk tell us to shoot him because he what's the name? Bernie the Muscle. You hear me? Like, he named that motherfucker who be around them, bro. I swear to God, bro. He got a song, man. I'm telling you, bro. He said they'll go to war with the city. Ain't nobody can fuck with OTF, bro. He said, hey, what he say on that song? He say, we didn't put belt on the ops. It's time to put belt on the guys. What did the paperwork say? The paperwork said they tried to kill Money Duke. That OTF Booney Mo, and somebody else was riding around OBlock trying to kill them. Jam said it in that song. Jam said, hey, we didn't put belt on the ops. That it's time to put belt on the guys, on everything. I'm telling you, hey, look, all you got to do is listen. These guys are rapping about real shit on everything. They telling you what's going on, bro. They letting you know. He said, man, we done killed all the ops. We finna put belt on the guys now. The ops ain't know nothing. We done killed all them off. And if you look around, they ain't lying. All of the ops gone, bro. They started killing each other. Look at Tay-Town and fucking and Lamron. They dropping each other, bro. Like for real, bro. This shit serious. That man made a whole song, bro. That man say, I was the one that was, He say, I be killing, he say he kill people so folks never have something to rap in their music, man, on everything, bruh. And you think the feds ain't gonna use him as no witness? I be killing people so folks never have something to rap in their music. Who the rapper? who the rapper? Who you killing for? That sounds like a menace to me. Oh, you kill people so Lil Durk can have something to rap in his music? Oh shit. You hear me? Like y'all, hey, y'all better stop playing, bro. Stop playing. Stop thinking everything a game. If you got some money, run. If you got some money, take care of your family and impress them. Don't try to impress the streets. Because the court dates, the crowd gonna get shorter and shorter and shorter. Before you know it, it's only your girl there. It's only your mama and your daddy if they there. If they in your life. It might be one or two homies that you looked out for that's right there, that's with you. Other than that, everybody gone, bro. Everybody gone. Hey, look, 2 years from now, watch how many people who said free Durk in the industry, India gonna be like, they try to holler at her. Watch this. Ain't nobody your friends, bro. Ain't no friends in this shit. This shit business, man. And when you can no longer provide or do for me, now it's time to snake you. On some real shit, yeah, they saying free Lil Durk right now. But when he gone, watch Drake be in her earbox. All of a sudden, Drake sending her chrome heart bags and shit. You hear me? Like, nigga, you ain't been sending my wife no chrome heart bags. Or Lil Durk could be a player. All right, I know I'm in here for the rest of my life. I know my girl, she gonna do her. So fuck it, India. Go ahead and take the bags. Just make sure you put half of that shit in the bank's enterprise account. Hey, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. You can't beat them, join them. Ain't nothing you can do from behind bars on everything. So if little baby give her a bag, hey, look, it's just accepted, India. Do I think he gonna beat the case? Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm talking to you about I'm talking to you about him telling on himself right now. And you study asking, is he gonna beat the case? What case? Which one? Shit, he got 3 of them. He got the Weatherspoon case. What? Hey, look. Okay. I got something for you then. I'm gonna give you some life. Okay. Say Durk wiggle his way out of. Say he wiggle his way out of. He wiggle his way out of the little pop, which he ain't. He wiggle his way out of the bank's enterprise, right? Guess what he gonna get stuck with? He gonna get stuck with Weatherspoon. You got Weatherspoon saying Durk shot him. They took his track hawk and crossed state lines. After they robbed him, Zoo and them got on the road and fled. He's saying Durk shot him. That's an attempted murder and a robbery. And a hijacking. You hijacked him for his car. That's a crime, brother. Hey, look, Drew and them could argue all day. Yeah, but it was his co-defendants. Hey, that don't even matter. So he was there, right? That's all the fuck that matters, that he was there on the scene. And he going to jail. It's called a party of crime, man. If you there and your co-defendants die, you going to jail. Just like they said that King Von was gonna be in jail if he was alive for the Weatherspoon shooting. Now they saying Durk. Now it's on Durk now. You know, everything backfired on him. Hey, I do believe they put that shit on Vine. I don't care what nobody come out with. I think they put it on Vine, bro, and got it sealed because we can't see it. So they put it on Vine and got it sealed, bro. On everything. That would have been the smartest thing to do, to put it on Vine anyway. But it backfired because the feds picked it up. We gonna find out if they put it on King Von though. Because when they open up statements for Weatherspoon, guess what? They gonna say that. Well, Durk and them had an agreement, and we dropped it. The states dropped it, but we picked it up, or we told the states to let them go. It's gonna be 2 things the feds gonna say. Either they gonna say Durk and them put it on him, Zoo and them, or they gonna say we told them to drop it, and they came back and we came and picked it up soon when they dropped it. The feds gonna let you know how they got that shit, how they got the information on Weatherspoon. They gonna let you know all that in court. They're gonna let you know if Durk ever cooperated, Zoo ever cooperated, whoever taking the stand, they're gonna let you know and what they did. If Vonnie ever told the police anything, we gonna find out. If Jam or any one of them, we gonna find out. Because they gonna bring it up. The feds gonna put it out there. They gotta put it out there. They can't hide shit for the lawyers. So Drew won't say they hide nothing. So they gotta put it out. They gotta out you. You say Quando out now. Yeah, Quando now won. Quando now won. Quando now won. I know his cousin. I know it's bad that his cousin gone and shit like that. But guess what? Quando, NBA YoungBoy, them, all they gotta do is fall back now. They have no more enemies. They got imaginary enemies at this point on everything. They just got people who hate them at this point. They won. They knocked off OTF without even knocking them off on everything, bro. They made OTF go the extra mile to get them and all them in jail. Bro, it's finna be 15 people involved with this case that's from Chicago, that's involved with the Lil Pal. It was 5 people who flew out. And then you got Lil Durk. But that ain't including the people who paid for the tickets. The 2 managers that paid for the ticket, that paid for Durk Airbnb. Like, it's a lot of people, bro. Co-conspirator 5, 4, 3. Co-conspirator, who else? Yeah, they got like 12 people on this shit, bro. And it's 12 people on there, but it only say 3 people going to trial. Hold on. Hey, look, I'm finna show y'all something. Smash that like button. Send me a cash out, man. Support the channel. Hey, look, watch this, y'all. Hey, look, all I try to do is make it make sense to y'all. Y'all ain't got to believe Trenches News. I ain't trying to sway you to believe me. Hey, but look, though, I just try to break it down so y'all, because it's a lot of people on the internet who telling different stories, and people ain't telling y'all the real. I just give it to you how it is. I don't care. I don't care about all the knowledge of you knowing the paperwork and all that shit. I'm going to give it to you the best way I know it. So watch this. Watch this, y'all. Let me go to Twitter real quick. Let me pull this up. Now, I just told y'all how many people was on Lil Durk case. Hey, look, you could tell that Drew should have just told Lil Durk, like, man, we ain't going to be able to beat this shit. We ain't going to be able to beat it. Like, Drew should just be a man to tell Durk that shit. You hear me? Because they ain't. All right, Nene, I need your help. Nene, I'm trying to pull this up. Why I can't get the yellow one? I hate this one. Wow. On this. Hold on, y'all. All right. Yeah, that's even better. That's even better. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something real quick. This how you know it's over with for Lil Durk. I ain't gonna lie. First of all, I just want to say this. It's people in this case on with Lil Durk that still ain't got a mug shot. You hear me? We know that they didn't kill people. We know that they didn't drop the location. We know all that. They still ain't got no mug shot though. We know this for a fact, right? So look, I just said that it's like 12, 13 co-defendants, people that's involved with this. This include the person who Lil Durk called and said, don't book no flights in my name, and he booked the flights. This include him. This include the other guy who paid for the flights. This include the guy who dropped the location. Lil Durk Lieutenant co-conspirator number 5. This include all them. Though none of them got no mug shots, right? But they in the paperwork. Now listen to this. Let me read this to you. For the reasons expressed in the prior order denying severance, the renewed motion to sever defendants is denied. As to the Los Angeles trial on August 20th, 2026, in other words, defendant Banks, Wilson, and Lindsay will be tried together on counts 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the TSI on August 20th, 2026. Can anybody tell me what's the problem with that? What I'm reading? Now, I just told y'all, I just clearly told y'all that it's 12, 13 other people, and about 5 of them is missing. You hear me? It tell you right here. Defendant Banks, Wilson, and Lindsay. Defendant Banks, Wilson, and Lindsay will be tried together. What happened to all them other people? Is they getting tried? Is they sold separately? Like, yeah. I just try to make it make sense to y'all, man. I don't know, I ain't knocking no other blogger how they coming, but I just try to make it make sense to you, bro. If you know you did something with 13 people and you only see 3, you got problems. Shout out, Soretti. Shout out, Soretti. Appreciate the love support, brother. Yeah. So all you got to do is read this. Hey, and for the people who saying like they threw out a racketeering charge, they never threw out anything. Only thing they did was sever the case. What Lil Durk wanted, what Lil Durk needed was to get his case severed. That's what he needed. He needed to get his case severed from all of them. But they saying that ain't no defendant's case been severed. The paperwork saying it right here. Renewed motion to sever defendants is denied. So that means ain't no defendants that's getting severed. So anybody saying that my case severed, this paperwork saying you lying. This the latest paperwork that came out. It say defendant Banks, Wilson, and Lindsay will be tried together. Out of all them people I just named, and y'all say that they're gonna beat it. Be what? Be what? Them walls in jail? I'm not. They won't let me out. They won't let me out. You know the inmates good at that. The rappers. They gonna be asking Lil Durk to beat on the wall every night. That's what they do in jail. If you know how to rap, hey Smirk, hit that Federal Nightmares, and Lil Durk gonna hit it. Somebody gonna be beating on the door, making a Federal Nightmares beating. Lil Durk gonna be rapping. He gonna be beating for a long time. He ain't beating this case. Hey, look, if they would have went to trial together, I'm gonna tell you this. My strategy, I love Madlock, man. I've been loving Madlock. Only defect that I got, man, is me being shot. But look, I love Madlock. I love Perry Mason. I love all them shows. Hey, look, if I was Drew, if I was Lil Durk, and you saying a speedy trial, I would have took all that shit at once to trial. Cause look, now you could defeat co-conspirator number 7. If you could catch one of them up in the light, you could catch a possibility to the jury. All of them could be lying just to save themselves. I would have had my lawyer smoke AJ. I would have had the lawyer question AJ. Marley can't say nothing. Marley didn't get paid. Marley didn't even come $1 million worth of game. But I would have fought it all at once, bro. I would have fought it all at once, bro. And I would have went at AJ and them first. Opening statements, I would have went at AJ and them first. And don't tell me, hey man, they would have brought up Lil Pab first. No. Technically, let me just explain this to you. The Stephon Mack murder was first. Before that would have been my defense. If the judge would have been like, wait a minute. We're talking about Lil Pab. No, we ain't talking about Lil Pab, Your Honor, because Stephon Mack hit was before Lil Pab murder. So I would like to question these 2 guys. You hear me? I would like to cross-examine these 2 guys who saying that they was paid a bounty. And I would have told them up first. And then, because Vonnie gonna be hard to beat. Jam gonna be hard to beat. That's gonna be his hardest test. He wanted his hardest test first that Drew know he ain't gonna beat. And if you get found guilty of this, you're gonna get found guilty of the next one. Because the same witnesses is on the Banks Enterprise. So if they find you guilty on this, y'all can say he guilty on the other one. Because once again, the same witnesses that's on this case is on the Banks Enterprise. Remember on the Banks Enterprise, it's a Jam called AJ and them people and told them Lil Durk gave up 50. You think the feds threw Jam name out there for nothing? And Jam called and said it was 50. Now Jam got to testify to that Durk gave up 50. That's what I'm saying, man. You can't say that Lil Durk don't know Jam. Now he don't know Jam, but he in all the videos. Jam is twin. Hey, look, and you know, hey, look, y'all should be pissed off at Durk. I'm talking about all the gang members. Cause Lil Durk say, how y'all mad cause Jam my he say, how you ninjas mad cause that's my twin and I keep Jam with me. Do you think Lil Durk wish he wouldn't have kept Jam with him now? Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. Lil Durk said, how is we mad? Cause that's his twin and he keep Jam with him. He said that on threats to everybody. Do you think Lil Durk regret that now? Or is that still his twin? I don't know. I'm just asking for a friend, y'all. Do you think Jam still his twin now? He said, how we mad because Jam is twin. I mean, he said that in his raps. Or was it props? Okay. We'll say it was props. He was just making a rhyme. Okay. To all the fans. Yeah, it's definitely 3-4 people missing on everything, bro. You might get past one witness and say he lied. You ain't finna get all 3. You ain't finna get all 5 witnesses. You ain't finna just say all the witnesses lying and they did this and they did that. You ain't just gonna say, you ain't just gonna be able to say that. Hey, look, I could tell you this. Hey, bro, a witness in the feds, bro, whatever they say, go, bro. And the feds could tell you, say this, say this, say this, say this, say this. They word is golden, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. They word is golden, bro. They word is golden. Whatever they say is golden. Long as you admit that you did something, you killed somebody, you was there, and you participated, yeah, his ass gone. Hey, I said that. I said Lil Durk. Hey, look, I said it a long time ago. When Lil Durk first got locked up, and we started seeing how it played out, and Vonnie came up missing. I say Lil Durk should sever his case. Everybody was like, Swipe, why would Lil Durk sever his case? Well, why are you trying to sever his case now? I said this shit a year and a half ago. I made a whole video. Lil Durk should sever his case. Everything I said, bro, that Lil Durk should have did, they trying to do too late. I swear to God, bro. All you got to do, hey, man lie, women lie, videos and timestamps don't lie. I said Lil Durk should have severed his case, bro. And everybody else was like, why would he sever his case? But them people who were saying that, they never been to jail. Only thing they did was ride in the police car and yeah, riding the back of the police car, searching for their relatives. Yeah, I said it over a year ago. I said Lil Durk should have severance. Hey, if he wasn't gonna get no severance now, he would have had a better chance of getting it then. That's what I'm trying to say. When a person find out they charges and you know that you ain't shoot a gun, you know you ain't steal no cop, it's common sense to sever your case, to put in the severance, bro. That's just being a criminal. You hear me? And motherfuckers be like, oh, you think you better than Drew? Hey, look, I don't think I'm better than Drew, but I know common sense. I know from seeing people get hung in jail. I done been through it. I see jailhouse lawyers that's colder than lawyers. That's colder than Drew in jail. It's lawyers in jail, jailhouse lawyers in the joint that's bringing people back on appeals, and that's the reason why people coming home. Not because no real lawyer, it's the jailhouse lawyers. The jailhouse lawyers putting in paperwork, getting people back on appeals, bro, for bags of coffee. I'm telling y'all, bro. I sat in the law library, had a job in the law library, you know, looking up cases, bro. No, I ain't been to no law school. I ain't passed the bar. But I know common fucking sense. After you go down 50 times, shit. After a lawyer send you to jail, a public defender send you to jail 20 times, shit, you gonna have to learn something. You gonna remember what everything said on the transcript and everything in your mind because you was in court. I'm trying to tell you, bags of coffee, bro. Bags of coffee get the job done. Anybody know that who been to jail? Hey, bro, I got to appeal, but I ain't got no lawyer. All right, bro, give me 10 bags of coffee or give me 5 bags of coffee. I'm telling you, bro, the white boys or the Latinos or whoever, the black dudes, it's all the races. It might be anybody that could do it, bro. And it's some cold sharks in jail, bro, who be getting people back. I seen them get them back. Niggas got 30 years, man. They home right now off 30 years. Off of 10 murders, bro. Off people helping them put in appeals in front of jail. No lawyer. Yeah, you go to jail, you got to hit the law library at least. They be running around. They be running around arguing about who blocked up on the murders, bro. Yeah, 2 bags of coffees and 4 whiteout. You know what I'm talking about, Stu. This shit real rap with me. You know what I'm talking about, man. I'm 42 years old, man. Ain't no lying with me, man. I just call shit how it is now, man. I ain't gotta lie to nobody. I ain't gotta sell nobody a motherfucking dream or none of that. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you if you ask Trenches News. Hey, bro, what you think of this, Trenches? If I feel like you could get out of that, man, they ain't got shit, bro. Go to trial. I'ma tell you. But if I feel like if I read everything and what you telling me, I'ma keep it 100 with you. Cop out. Take the plea deal. They gonna smoke you. I'm gonna be the one that tell you the truth. I ain't gonna just sit there and just fake kicking with a motherfucker. And I know your life on the line. And you asking me to keep it real because your life on the line. I ain't gonna want to see nobody go and do life just for my satisfaction. Oh. Hey, they want some Keefy? You want some Keefy or Folgers? Hey, I gotta tax you for that. On my mama, you gotta get taxed for the Keefy or the Folgers. That's the 2 highest coffees. Yeah, baby daddy had 2 life sentences plus 15, but they let him and a few other family members who went down with him in a RICO. They got life without parole, but they all out now. Yeah, I be trying to tell them, Chelsea, like, just because they tell you life like OBlock, move up them could go and do 20 years and they back home on everything, bro. And you will hear the judge say life. I seen it happen many times, bro, in Chicago, in Minnesota. Motherfucker got hit up life sentence and now they home. All of them. Damn near all the people who went down in the BD's RICO, they home. Except like 3 people. It was like 45 people went down. 42, 45. It's everybody home except 3 people. They said life. What Dirk say, Jam will get out that jam and tell again. I don't know if he said that, but he got out that jam and got out that jam, man, and he did what you said. Hey, he should have put that shit in his rap, what you said, brother. Chelsea Davis said, I have a strong feeling Move Up gonna get out. I seen a lot of people say that. I seen a lot of comments, man. Hey, look, just because I was involved in it and all that shit, bro, like, I can't be biased to nobody, bro. Like, the situation and all them, because at the end of the day, truthfully, I know that all those guys participated. They all talked about killing each other. They all was with it. You hear me? So just because they in jail, that don't mean that the other side don't need to go or none of that. Because if you took one side, you should take all their ass. If you ask me, I'm just keeping it real. You know, it takes 2 to tangle. They ain't just killed by themselves. You know, they ain't just it ain't just wake up one day and say, "Hey, I'm finna go and kill him." Like, nah, bro, it been going on. They side was killing they guys, so you know, just like that, man. But I've seen a lot of people say that. I seen a lot of people say that he got the best chance to come home. He would have had a best chance to come home if Carlos would have said that, since you saying you wasn't in the car, you supposed to say Moonwalk wasn't in the car. See, that's why I say when everybody trying to get out of jail, somebody end up jamming somebody else in jail because I'm trying to get out of jail shit. You hear me? Like, for real. If Los wanted to get Moonwalk out of jail, if it was a shot, you hear me? If it's a chance, Los could have helped him. Los could have helped him on his side. He could have been like, no, Moonwalk wasn't in the car. He got out already. You know, and me and him got out and Zell Money and Badass went. But he didn't say that. He just said he wasn't in the car and Zell Money and Badass was in the car. That's what Lo said in the paperwork. He didn't say Muwap wasn't in the car, or he was in the car. But he said he wasn't in the car, and who he know was in the car was Zell Money and what's the name? They already know Zell Money was in the car. They don't know Badass is still alive. He from THF. He killed Gino, and he's still alive. So Lo saying that he did it, like, what you call that? Or he could just say, or he could just run around and say Gino did it. I mean, Dada did it. Badass was in the car. Badass is still alive. Did him and Los agree that he put that shit on him? Like, I don't know. It's every man for themselves, though, man. Everybody trying to get out. Don't nobody want to be around no man 24 hours, man. You in your cell hearing lies all day. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Motherfuckers trying to come home. Ain't no girls up in there. Your chances of sleeping with the guards is slim to none. You ain't got no bread. You ain't got no mouthpiece. You ain't got no resources in the world. Like, ain't no guards losing their job, bro. Like that. Like how you think it is. You think you going to jail and y'all running the train on the guards and shit. It's not happening, bro. I don't know who sold y'all that dream or what movie you done watched that Dame Dash produce. You know, I don't know. But the jails I seen, ain't nobody getting no action from the female guards, bro. It's probably one person, and he end up telling somebody else that he didn't hit the guard, and then he go, and then you see him have to pack his shit. They sending him to SEG somewhere for 6 months. She lose her job, and now it's back to all hardwoods. You hear me? It happens. It happens sometimes, but it's slim chances of none that you gonna get it. It's like a lottery pick. I'm gonna go to jail and I'm gonna give me a female to sleep with me in jail, one of the guards or one of the nurses or something. You know, it's slim to none. They all sleeping with each other anyway. All the guards and the nurses and the warden and all them, they sleeping with each other. It's like Amazon. If you stay there long enough, you're gonna end up sleeping with somebody when you marry. You could be married and working in prison. Your marriage is over with because the prison guards, y'all around each other all day. Y'all playing with each other, flirting with each other, buying each other food, and you got wife and kids at home. And that's how the guards be losing their wife. They wife. Most of the prison guards, they be losing their wives, man, for real. Cause they be up in there, everybody in the town know they sleeping with each other. You see her one day with them, they get into it with, then you see her with the next bunch. They running the train on the guards. They doing what, the Amazon lit. His lawyers basically managed to get the court to believe that either Vaughn did it all or that without him, they didn't have a case. It was the middle of YSL. So I think that helped. Fulton County already had a full plate. Facts, my cousin used to be a CO in Texas. And yeah, the nurses too. The nurses and everybody, they sleeping with each other in prisons, bro. You could see it. You in handcuffs seeing them flirt with each other, telling them I'll be right back. Meet me in the back room and shit. You hear me? Like it happens. But I ain't seen too many inmates, and I'd have been in prison a whole bunch of times, sleep with the guards. I ain't seen none. Now I seen people imaginary, the guard liked me, and then he ended up getting shipped out because he had an imagination that the guard liked him. So he tried to slip her a letter, and he got motherfucking, you know what I'm talking about? Now he got to go to the hole and everything, all over his imagination. You know how many inmates ask me, hey, Swipe, hey, what this mean when the guards say this? She might have said, you know how to play basketball or something. And they'll be around asking everybody around the day room what this mean. The guard said this to me. And then they'll go and write her a letter and say, yeah, I seen how you was looking at me, and I want to hit it from the back one day. And then she turned it in to the IA, and then your ass gone to the hole for a year. You ain't coming out of there for a year worth of commissary. You ain't going to commissary for a year across the board. That means you in a hole for a year. When you get out the hole, you're going to be on commissary restriction for a year, phone restriction for a year, and all that shit. All because of your fucking imagination, man. That's why I tell them people to stay away from me. Don't ask me what the guard said or none of that. I don't want to be involved on everything. A motherfucker go to IA and say, you the one who told him that mean the guard like him. You hear me? Like, I stay away from that shit, bro. Anybody ask me, hey, man, the guard like me, bro. What you think this mean? Hey, look, bro. My advice to you is, hey, look, just leave the guard alone, bro. Just leave her alone, bro. She don't like you. She going home to her family, or she going home one of the guards. I'm cool with just smelling their cologne, man. Shit, I'm cool with just they walking around and me be able to smell they cologne, get a sniffle of their cologne. Shit, I'm good. I don't even think about women when I'm in jail though, bro. I don't think about no relationship or nothing. I try to get my mind focused on when I return to the world. How would it be? What I'm gonna do. That's what I do, bro. I stay away from people, man. Like, motherfuckers be running around like Lil Mikey. Lil Mikey was running around saying he's smoking on people. The man did 13 years like that, bro. Like, every day, somebody coming up to me like, on BD swipe, you better get your boy. I'm like, who you talking about, bro? Lil Mikey, man. They say he in two house talking about he's smoking on HK and T Roy. So Lil Mikey come to work. I say, Lil Mikey, bro. Now you know damn well you can't fight, man. Stop saying that shit, bro. Like, for real, I told him. And then the BDs, hey, look, man, the guards was finna shoot rubber bullets, bro. I swear to God, bro. The guards was the chow hall was finna go up. All the BDs, they was in one line, like 13, 14 deep. And when they got their trays and went to the water, Mikey was doing the water. Mikey was doing the water, getting out the water. Putting the water in the cups, the milk in the cups, and put it on the table. Anybody been in prison, they know what I'm talking about. And you got to go to this table, or you can go straight to your table and eat, or you could go and get you a drink and then go to the table. Mikey was working the drinks. So they walked up to him at one time. Slutty, King, who died with King Von, Slutty walked up to him with all the BDs deep. Like, bro, watch your mouth before we beat you. Mikey said, I ain't say nothing. They was like, hey, look, bro, we ain't playing with you. So I see what's happening. I come from around the kitchen thing. Like, hey, Swipe, you better get that nigga. Ooh. Mikey pulled a bishop off juice after that. He wait till all the guards come and rush it and bliss in between everybody and gonna be like, I said what I said. I'm smoking on him. I'm like, man, I couldn't believe it, bro. It was like some bishop off juice type shit. Like, the guards, they in a tower. Like, in the kitchen at IDOC, it's a tower up top that they in the kitchen with the rifle. You might not notice, but they got like a glass that they could slide back and shoot out that motherfucker from up top. Like, it's a top window somewhere. I know everybody ain't been to jail, so just imagine what I'm talking about. So they act like they was about to shoot. That man say, when the guards got deep, I'm talking about the guards ran all in the kitchen, bro. Shut the kitchen down and everything, bro. The man Mikey say, I am smoking on him. I say, what the fuck? Is this guy crazy? Like, for real, bro. Like, Mikey wild, bro. Mikey wild in the motherfucker, bro. He got into like 6 fights, went to the hole. I went to the hole twice, and I seen Mikey over there for fighting. Because he was smoking on people, bro. He went through that shit his whole time. His whole time, bro. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just cool with their perfume, man. I'm just cool smelling the women perfume, man. That's it, bro. Like that's all, man. I don't care about trying to date no guard or date no teacher or none of that. Everybody I seen trying to date a teacher or a guard or a nurse or a counselor, boy, they ass got an extra year and some more shit, bro. Like for real. And they ain't even get the chance to talk to the counselor or touch the counselor. They slid her a note and she slid that motherfucker to the feds, which is the IA. So yeah. Shout out, Miss Glover. Appreciate you. Yeah, correct me on that shit. Cause I listened to Nelly's song the other day, and Nelly said I got a thing for cornrows and manicured toes, and I'm like, manicured toes, manicure and pedicure. I said, yeah. Nelly got off with that one. I seen Jada Kiss say it too. Jada Kiss and Nelly now, and I thought about it like, yeah, Nelly got us on that one. We was just dancing and shit. We ain't even realize what the hell Nelly said. We was just underlay, mama, yeah. We ain't understand what Nelly said. If we would have heard that back then, we would have got on Nelly ass back then. We would have got on Nelly ass back then. Like, hold on. What you say, Nelly? You got to do that over, man. You hear me? I know he probably was high in the studio. He probably ain't understand what he said. Shit, Murphy Lee now, they just wanted 2 pair of Air Force Ones. Give me 2 pair. They just wanted 2 pairs of Air Force Ones. That's why they ain't catch that shit. But yeah, when I heard Melly say that, I say, oh yeah. Melly got off. I mean, Nelly got off. He got off on us on that one. Hey, Darius say he fell in love with a counselor though. Yeah. I had somebody else used to be on my channel. They got married to a counselor. You know, hey, they just once in a lifetime though. They just and then dude who I know, he used to be on my channel. He used to be on my channel. His name Duck. His wife was in jail. Well, he met his wife in jail. You know, but he got a mouthpiece. He could rap. He know how to rap like a motherfucker. He the coldest person from California, if you ask me. Like he should be on, bro. I ain't gonna even lie, bro. No hate. Duck should be on, man. Ray Duck, he should be on, bro. I don't know what's Cali politics or whatever, but all them motherfuckers from Cali, all they rap about is the dead homies. If Blueface got a deal, Duck 20 times better than Blueface. On my mama, he colder than Blueface, bro. It got to be some hating shit, some hating shit going on in Cali, bro. Cause Ray Duck cold, he the coldest motherfucker out of Cali. Hey, me too. I hate that dead homie shit too, man. I swear to God, I hate that shit, man. I love California though, and everybody doing their thing, bro. But I hate that dead homie shit, man. And the dead homies, like, bro, I can't really be around them. That's like Chicago, a motherfucker saying weed, or on folks now. Like, I hate that shit, bro. Like, damn, bro, that's the only thing you could say is on folks now. Like you can't say nothing else. How long I been on YouTube, bro? Have y'all heard me say on folks now? Have y'all ever heard me say on BD? You hear me? How long I been on YouTube? You ain't never heard me say that shit. When I first came on YouTube, you ain't never heard me say on no goddamn BD. Only reason why you know I'm BD because Duck Trout. You wouldn't know I was BD. I don't run around telling motherfuckers, oh yeah, I'm BD. Da, 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 da. Like y'all ain't know none of this. Everybody thought I was on Duck side. I was a GD. On everything. They never knew the whole time. I don't run around bragging about shit. Cause then you ain't gonna want to be BD when that Rico come. You hear me? Everybody something until that Rico come. On some real shit. Everybody want to be the man, but now you ain't the leader when the Rico come. You hear me? But you the leader. You been getting all the money, but now that Rico came, now you ain't the leader now all of a sudden. No, I ain't the leader, man. I was just out there with them. You hear me? I ain't never run around. Hold on, y'all. I need some air. Or baby mama, baby daddy can't stand that. Oh yeah. That's over with too. All that baby mama and baby daddy shit, man. That's over with, man. Just say, look, we did what we did. We laying on our backs. Now let's just get to the business. We family. You hear me? Even if y'all break up, you and your baby mama or something like that, you just look at them like they a long lost family member or some shit, man. You like don't hate them or none of that. Like I don't hate nobody, bro. It's just that I won't talk to your ass again. Like man, you ain't got nothing to talk about. Man, you ain't got nothing to talk about. We was on bad business, bad terms. Hey, when I was low and I ain't had shit, and you say I wasn't shit then. Hey, look, let Trenches News be shit now. That's how I said it. Hey, when I was down, you said I was shit. Hey, I never forget it. Most of the women tell the nigga that you ain't gonna be shit. Ain't nobody. And the dudes tell people that. All my homies tell their girls that. Ain't nobody gonna want you. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna want her. After you put 15 kids in her, she done gained motherfucker 180 pounds. You damn right nobody don't want her now. But before you kept on nothing in her, she was the baddest thing on the block. Yeah, now you don't want it. That's why I say, man, y'all better know who y'all fucking kids by and all that shit, bro. Cause sometimes a person only want a one nighter, bro, and you end up getting pregnant, and that wasn't the plan. They just plan on sneaking off and hitting something, and now they got a baby, and now they don't want it. And these guys now, they killing the women now. They pregnant, they just don't leave it at that. Like, all right, I don't want the baby. I'm just gonna get child support or something like nah, bro. They killed them. Every woman I seen in Atlanta that's getting pregnant, bro, they getting shot in the face. She was at a stoplight, shot in the face. She was coming out the convenience store, and a man just walked up to her and shot her. Like, come on, man. We know you hired to get your baby mama killed, bro. It's evident. Or to get her killed, bro. Like this shit, like, yeah, ain't trying to pay no child support. They rather kill him and go to jail for murder because they gonna get caught. Like, bro, they got cameras. They got so many cameras, bro. If they really want to track your ass, bro, they could track you. It's just certain cases they don't even care about. Like, forget that case. We'll put that on the back burner. This girl got found in the alley. We're gonna put the cameras on this. You know, they just pick and choose what they want to camera. Hey, look, every city got a real-time crime center, bro, that can see every part of the city. They can solve it if they want to. They just choose not to, bro. Like my big brother told me. If they solved every crime, then it wouldn't be no jobs for the police. It wouldn't be no jobs for the morgue. If nobody died every day, it wouldn't be no money. They'll run out of there, go out of business. If everybody stopped dying for it, if people don't die how they die every day, if they stop dying like that, you know, it wouldn't be no business. I understand it now. My big brother told me that shit though. It makes sense. It makes sense that you will want this shit to happen, like Brandon Johnson. Yeah, he could put his pride to the side for Trump, but he don't want to put his pride to the side for Trump because he know if the military come, then that means the feds. You hear me? Then that means that they're gonna be investigating Brandon Johnson for getting Dirk. I mean, what happened to that money Dirk gave you? You hear me? What happened to the immigrants and all that? They're gonna start investigating his ass next. So he don't want them here because they're gonna investigate him. That's why Brandon Johnson don't want Trump help. It ain't about helping the citizens. It's about when they get here and take over. Now they're gonna be locking his ass up. I'm telling you. Let Trump get here. The governor might go to jail. I'm telling y'all, man. Let Trump get a piece. Let Trump get in permission. The Trump, they gonna find something to put on the governor, man. Cause now they inside the files. Now they inside they scheme of business. Cause all the politicians some schemers, some scammers. You know, they selling people, they selling their family the property, the real estate. They giving their family the beds and shit on the jobs and all that. Bid this much money, and he gonna give it to you. You know. And then I just want to say this: if people think the feds ain't real, hey, look, the feds is real, right? So the guy Rob Balokovich, right? He was our governor. Rob did not get found with no money. He didn't take no money. He ain't do none of that. He just put the theory out there. So I'm gonna put this in a form. I say Lil Durk didn't take no money. He ain't pay no money. He ain't do none of that, right? But he just put the theory of if y'all kill, then y'all gonna get paid. But he never did it, right? Well, let me tell you something. Rob went to jail. Rob went to jail until he got pardoned, man. It's like ghost dope. Yeah, you didn't get paid. we know you ain't got no money, but guess what? It's the theory that you wanted to sell a seat. You hear me? Like y'all just gotta do y'all homework, man. Start Googling, start looking up cases and shit, and then you'll see what it's really looking like for a person. But Rob didn't get caught with no money, man. They ain't produced no money, the feds. No money for selling the seat. If they say he sold the seat, they supposed to show some money. They ain't had no money for him selling no damn seat. Google it. All you gotta do is Google this, man. They don't need no money for Lil Durk. It's called Ghost. It's like Ghost dope. If you said like I got 50 kilos and woo, they could get you. They could get you like Ghost dope. I know people who got locked up for ghost dope, like in small towns in Illinois. Like one time in Decatur, motherfucker got caught. They said he had 6 ounces of heroin or some shit, and they charged him with it. And they said it was ghost dope. And he was on the deck asking me like, "Hey, bro, you from Chicago, Chi-Town, bro? Hey, what you would do in this situation?" I'm like, "Ghost dope, shit. That sound bad." I ain't never heard that some dope was ghost. You know, I had to learn about that shit. I had to learn about possession. You know what I'm talking about? 9/10 is possession, constructive possession. If it's in your vicinity, it's yours. You hear me? You got to learn about all that shit, man. Yeah, ghost dope is crazy. It's real though. Ghost dope is real, bro. Like I ain't just telling you nothing. It's real. That shit real, man. They locking people up for that every day in the feds. You ain't get caught with no gun, but it's a ghost. It's like a ghost. You ain't get caught with it. You ain't sell it to us, but your ass going to jail for it. It's a conspiracy. People need to look into that while they commit these crimes, though. But yeah, out of all the people, that's on the Lil Pab case, they saying there's only 3 people right here in your face that's gonna be going to court. So yeah, I think Lil Durk is gonna have some worries. Hey, smash that like button. How many likes it is? Send me a cash out. Support the channel. Yeah, conspiracy law is nasty, man. I'm telling you, ask anybody from the west side of Chicago. Hey, look, you ain't gotta ask nobody from out south. Ask those people from the west side of Chicago who been locked up for selling drugs. Ask them what a conspiracy will do. I'm telling you, bro, them boys gonna tell you because them boys catch the most conspiracies that I know is the West Siders. They get out. Hey, look, the West Side people, bro, they could get out for selling drugs on the conspiracy. They going straight back to the joint to go and grab some more packs to sell, bro. Like I never understood that shit. Like, bro, you just did 10 for a conspiracy. Man, they get right back out, go to the same joint they got bumped off at, and do it all over. Or they go to another joint and do it, bro. But they gonna go and hustle, bro. Like it's an addiction to them, bro. The West Siders. Every West Side I know who get locked up for some drink going right back to the joint, bro. you will see motherfuckers in there 2-3 times. Damn, bro, you back in here? Shorty, I caught another conspiracy on Holman in Ohio, Shorty. Like, damn. Like, it's in their blood to hustle, bro. They got an addiction out west, bro. No, not just K-Town. Shit, the west side. Them motherfuckers got an addiction to hustle. I'm telling you. Like, for real. Like, out south, if you 15, 16, you might still be a little kid or you might still be running the streets. But they 15-year-olds, they outside hustling, selling dope. They selling pills and everything. They running the joints, traps. You hear me? Like, it's a difference, bro. It's a big difference, man. It's a big difference, bro. Like, when I was growing up and I was seeing that, like, we couldn't sell no drugs. Our job was to go to school and try to be something in life. You know what I'm talking about? But when I went out west, it was different, bro. Like, my cousin them was my brother them age 16. They was working the joints. You know what I'm talking about? When it wasn't allowed out south, they was working the joints. They was running the packs and everything, bro. Like, they get money. They some working motherfuckers, bro. Some hustlers. That's one thing I can say about out west, bro. They some hustling motherfuckers, bro. They gonna go to jail for it, and they gonna come back out and do it again and go to jail again. It's insane. You know, it's crazy that they'll do it, but that's just the way they do out west. All the not for sale, them weed stories don't do anything either. The motherfuckers who pay bills from jail doing better than a lot of people out. Hey, look. Hey, that don't mean go to jail though, Nine Shotty. Because people going to jail because of that. People seeing people in the federal system shooting dice and drinking lean and wearing Louis and Gucci and the new mics and all that. And people is jumping off the porch to go to jail, bro. Like, for real, bro. They ain't cool. That's misleading the youth, man. The youth thinking like, man, I'm going federal. Now you hear the young guys saying that. If I go out, I'm going to the feds. That's what they saying now, the young motherfuckers. Cause they want a cell phone. Lil Zay made it popular that you can get a cell phone for $5,000, and you know, I'm eating real steak and flaming yon and Pooh Shiesty coming out. Yeah, I was eating flaming yon, and that shit ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all, bro. The guards brought me steaks when I was in the officer kitchen. So the guards was bringing me real shit. They was bringing us lobster and everything, but I never bragged about it or told nobody. You know, I just took it to the person who wanted to buy the lobster and sold it to him. And told him, hey, look, eat that shit, bro. Don't bring it out your cell. Don't let nobody hear me tell nobody that you told them I gave it to you. You hear me? Like, this shit exclusive. That's what I'll do, bro. But people be bragging about that shit. Oh man, I got this, and we eating fried fish, and that, man, ain't none of that shit cool. You in there with some hard legs. You gotta have a knife. They don't show that part. They don't show that part. Motherfuckers walking around with knives all day and mugging each other. Like, for real, that shit ain't nothing to brag about, man. Being in jail, bro, with a bunch of hardwoods, bro. Like, for real, I encourage the kids, man. Hey, look, be better than Trenches News. Be better than Durk. Be better than Lil Zay. Be better than Nook. Be better than all of us, bro. I'm telling y'all could be anything y'all want to in this world, bro. Y'all got the advantage. I'm telling you. I see people getting rich off TikTok every day, off Instagram. I see people getting rich, bro, off dancing. You know what I'm talking about? Singing songs, doing little, you know what I'm talking about? Like, they even got the Bonnet Gang now. They got the Bonnet Gang now on Instagram, on TikTok. Call themselves the Bonnet Gang. It's like 7 shorties. They got Dracos, and they the Bonnet Gang. They the Bonnet Killers. You know, I gotta watch them. I don't watch them as for activity, for entertainment. I watch them to see, you know, what should I be looking for out of a person who wearing a bonnet and they want to kill somebody. You know, so I watched the Bonnet Gang. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was just some bullshit, and they really the Bonnet Gang. They really the Bonnet Gang, man. All right, y'all. We're gonna go through and check out some stories. We're gonna go through and check out some stories. Oh, I got an OTF Boona update coming tomorrow too, y'all. Smash that like button. I got an OTF Boona update coming tomorrow. Y'all ain't gonna believe, man. Boona, he gotta be one of the slowest persons that's on earth, bro. When y'all hear what Boona did before killing Oscar, you know. So I gotta tell y'all that, man, you know. And SRT Ray, and the other guy from Chicago, they told on him, the other guy from Chicago, because they got him last. He was wrapped up like a mummy. So one of them told on him, you know, the other guy from Chicago, he from out south. But yeah, Boona, I'll hug you, I'll get at you. So I got an update on Boona, OTF Boona tomorrow. I got an update. I was gonna drop the video tonight, but I ain't dropping that tonight. I want to say condolences to Zenobia. She was found in Motown on 53rd and right off Union, in an alley in a trash can. Women, I just want to say to the women, man, make sure y'all be safe, y'all surroundings. I don't know, man, because it be your own family, man. I don't know if it's a serial on the loose. I don't know if it's a family member, bro. She got into a family member and kicked them out, or I don't know. But yeah. All right, y'all. Balloon release. Hundreds gathered for the member of family. Hey, remember, they killed grandma, man. They killed grandma. And me and Nene finna go and see Mojo Brooks live, front row, y'all. We finna go and see Mojo Brooks front row live, man, in a couple of months. I'm excited, man, to see Mojo Brooks. But I just want to tell Mojo Brooks this. Hey, Mojo Brooks, you come trying to gun, brother, you gonna have to kick me out like you did old boy. Cause I'm gonna gun your ass back on everything. He be trying to get off. But shout out to Mojo Brooks, man. Hey, and if you haven't seen Bodil, Tiring Like Father Like Son, the series, it's out on Tubi. It's for free. Make sure y'all check that out, man. Tiring Like Father Like Son, the TV series. Bodil, man. Bodil, him. It's out, man. Make sure y'all go and check it out. It's for free, man. KB Nene in it. You got shout out to KB Nene. Shout out to you got 051 Woo in it. Gyro City Mikey in it. Tay Savage and them in it. They block Lousy from Welch World. He in there. King Louis, Twister, Crucial Conflict. Make sure y'all check that out, man. Tyrant Like Father Like Son, the TV series, man. Go and check that out. Not right now, but after you get off here, man, make sure y'all support Bodil and make sure y'all support my moderators too, man. Make sure y'all support my mods too. They got things going on and they might can help you with something, you know, build a relationship. You know, you never know what a person got that you might need. Hey, but condolences to the grandma and the rest of these people who got killed. We finna get into it, man. Smash that like button. I'm finna roll up. Don't go nowhere. And I'm finna get back to y'all. If y'all can't hit the like button, man, just send me a cash app, man.
Wait, if you were locked up at any Illinois juvenile detention center, such as Cook County, the Audie Home, or anywhere else in the system, a global settlement may be coming in 2026.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell right there, man. For cut off granny. Motherfucking cut off granny hand, man. Like for real, bro. Like that's crazy. That's crazy right there, man. Unexplainable. Now this right here, this lady she should be free, man.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Smash that
Just by
like button,
thinking about
y'all.
it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Nine shot downtown.
Describe what you want.
Tucson. We're going to that next.
This is a case of what would you do? A mother came home and found a man hiding under her young teenage daughter's bed. So she shot and killed him. And now she's charged with first-degree murder. Good evening, everyone. I'm Darcy Thomas.
And I'm Lewis Bold. And Fox 13 is not naming the mother in this case because that could identify her daughter. Now, we have learned she had just arrived home from work on Travis Road in the Walker Homes community when police say she shot the man.
Fox 13's Troy Grant joins us live at a nearby police precinct. Troy, some people that you had a chance to talk with today say they believe that the mother was justified.
They did, and neighbors also said there were other younger children in the house at the time, some even as young as just 2 years old. Now, in that affidavit, the mother said she did what she had to do as a mom.
As your parent, you're protecting. And when a situation comes up like that, you just react.
And that's exactly what a mother told police she did when they responded to her house in the Walker Homes community early Thursday morning. Police say they found Broderius Morton laying near the woman's front porch dead with a gunshot wound. Now that mom is charged with first-degree murder, even though parents Fox 13 spoke with said they'd probably have done the same thing.
If someone came into your home and they weren't supposed to be there and they was running out and the law has been changed, when you shoot, you don't know where the bullet gonna hit.
With support for this mother spreading across social media, Fox 13 wanted to learn more about your rights to protect your kids and why the mother was charged. Legal expert Andre Warden said there's more to the story beyond a parent reacting, though it is possible the first-degree murder charge may not stick.
Now, here's the thing. If the mother alleges, hey, look, I was in a heat of passion, you've heard that phrase, then it may not be a first-degree murder case, but they have charged it as such.
There are a few factors laid out in the affidavit. First, the daughter allowed Morton in her house through the back door. When the mother came home, she knocked on her daughter's door asking, "Who's in my house?" The daughter also told police.
Hold on, man. Hold on, bro. Some of these laws got to be changed. Did y'all just peep that what she just said? She said, first off, the daughter let her in there, but the daughter underage. That's what the news lady just said. I know she ain't saying it. She just telling us that Memphis laws, but that's crazy. So you telling me since my teenager daughter got tricked to let him in or fell for him, it's our fault? Like, that's crazy, man. They need to get rid of these 1876 ass laws they got, bro. Like, for real.
Door asking, "Who's in my house?" The daughter allowed Morton in her house through the back door. When the mother came home, she knocked on her daughter's door asking, "Who's in my house?" The daughter also told police her mother has repeatedly threatened to shoot any boy she found in her home. Warden told me all of that would lead to the legal argument over whether this killing was premeditated and should be classified as first-degree murder.
Again, not quite the same fact pattern that I gave you before in terms of days before or weeks or months, years, where she says, look, if a guy's ever in here, I'm going to kill him. That really gives you a strong indication potentially of an argument, at least strong argument for first-degree murder. But the closer in time, the more difficult that charge becomes.
Now that mother is still in jail tonight, we do not know who is caring for her kids at this time. Coming up at 6, I'll tell you more about what neighbors had to say about this woman and what else they heard that night. Darcy?
That is Fox 13's Troyce Grant reporting live in Memphis tonight. Thank you, Troyce.
Escape the indoors with Cutter.
On this special edition of News 4 Tucson, breaking news. Overnight in downtown Tucson, a mass shooting leaves 9 injured. Tucson police say those victims were taken to the hospital in critical condition, with most of them suffering injuries to their extremities. Tucson police say an officer shot the suspected gunman. The suspect tonight is at a hospital. His condition is life-threatening. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Eric Fink. Tucson police tell us the shooting happened around 2 a.m. downtown on the 100 block of East Congress. Officers on duty downtown heard multiple gunshots and raced to the scene. This reportedly took place at the Empire Pizza Shop downtown. Again, police say 9 people were hurt. Officials are hopeful they will all survive. News 4 Tucson's Jacob Owens joins us live at the scene tonight with more. Jacob, what can you tell us?
Eric, as you can see behind me, investigators reopened these streets downtown after more than 12 hours of work down here. And as you mentioned, Empire Pizza, that's the business directly behind me. We can tell you that they are open again tonight. No manager on duty. I went in there seeing if I could speak to someone. But they put out a post on social media earlier today saying that the shooting happened outside the restaurant, and they're crediting Tucson police for getting here in possibly under 1 minute. We're going to give you more of their statement and thoughts on this shooting in a moment here, but first we're going to take you to early this morning. So now you're seeing this morning that video of this, as you said, Eric, mass shooting here in Tucson. So Tucson police responded to the area of North 6th Avenue and Congress Street around 2 a.m. after gunshots rang out. Tucson police say an adult male suspect was running from the scene when officers gave him several commands. He ignored those commands, and then police say an officer shot the suspect. That suspect was taken to a hospital in life-threatening condition. Tucson police say the shooting victims were all adults. Those victims were transported in critical condition, and most of those injuries were to arms, legs, and ankles. Rachel Reinhart learned of the shooting while trying to get to one of the several businesses that were forced to close their doors for the day as police continued their investigation.
I felt very sad. I feel sad for the people. Yeah, that's horrible.
Now you're seeing part of that statement from Empire Pizza and Pub. They're saying in part, we opened 16 years ago.
Oh, wow. Listen to this story. The U.S. has billions of dollars that are unclaimed, and we could be owed money.
Smash that like button.
Like what?
Wait, you don't know about unclaimed money?
Is this something I should know about?
This is something everybody should know about. The government may owe you money, and you can go and search your name on binverified.com.
No way.
Yeah, there's so many reasons why you may be owed money, and even more reasons why somehow you didn't get it.
Go on.
Okay, let's say you have money left over from an old job, a closed bank account, tax refund you haven't cashed, pensions, inheritance, security deposit. No joke, each year, millions of dollars.
Following some breaking news, and this is some video that we're just getting in here, as Minneapolis police say 9 people were hurt in a shootout outside Rain nightclub early this morning. All of this taking place in Minneapolis. Now, Minneapolis police responded around 12:30 a.m. for reports of a shooting that had left multiple people injured at Rain Event Center on Hennepin Avenue in Uptown. Police said they got to the scene in less than 1 minute and quickly called for backup because of the large crowd and the number of people hurt. At the scene, officers say they learned 9 victims had been injured in a shootout at the nightclub. The victims included 7 men and 2 women, all between the ages of 18 and 27. 4 were found at the scene, while the rest later showed up at local hospitals for treatment. Police believe the shooting started outside the event center after an altercation. Investigators are also looking into whether someone may have fired from a vehicle. The city's firearm assault shoot team is leading the investigation. No arrests have been made as of Sunday morning. All of this reporting coming from our Fox 9 Minneapolis team. Here's what you can do. Police are investigating the shooting and asking anyone with information to come forward. You can contact police by calling 612-673-5845 to leave a voicemail. You can also remain anonymous.
Well, tonight, 9 people are injured in other news here after being shot outside a Minneapolis nightclub. Officers responding to Rain Event Center on Hennepin Avenue around 12:30 in the morning and immediately called for backup when they realized just how many people had been shot. The victims include
Hey, you it say the Metro bus station, so that look like I think the bus station on like 7th and Hennepin or some shit like that. But probably by Prince Club. Prince Club right there too. I know Prince Club on 7th. Around the corner is the Templewood Stadium. Target Field, the baseball stadium. The police station right up the street. So I can see them getting there in a minute because they police station right there on first in Hennepin. So yeah, this in Minneapolis.
Included 7 men and 2 women, all between the ages of 18 and 27. Now, police believe the shooting started after some sort of argument. They are also looking into whether somebody may have fired from a vehicle.
This was a brazen act of violence in a crowded entertainment district where innocent people were placed at tremendous risk. That is absolutely unacceptable.
No arrests have been made as of news time this evening. Now, in a statement, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey said in part, quote, "This is a stark reminder that keeping our streets safe requires every tool available. We need partnerships where the perpetrators of these acts are arrested and prosecuted. We need to continue hiring more police officers to both investigate and prevent gun crimes," end quote. Tonight, one witness talked to Fox 9 about being caught in the middle of all that gunfire. Leon Purvis joining us live now. And so, Leon, how is she doing tonight?
Well, Kelsey, she says that she's still shaken. She says her life flashed before her eyes because she was feet away from those gunshots.
Somebody got shot. Once they ringed out that second, third, fourth, fifth time, yeah, it's time to go.
Lene Wright was waiting in line outside Rain Nightlife just after midnight Sunday when shots were fired. Police say 9 people were hit. 2 men suffered life-threatening injuries. Wright says some of the people sitting next to her were among the victims.
No sooner as they walk off, everything it went downhill from there.
Then chaos.
They said like 4 people that got shot, bro. We standing outside in line. One ranged out, and then we heard like 2, 3 more come behind us. And then we heard like 5 more come behind. So everybody we run in different directions. You got people running upstairs. You got people running this way, people running in the street.
Wright says she heard about 10 gunshots. She ran for cover with several other women, not knowing where the shooter was.
It's like 5 more girls where I was, and we all I'm trying to carry them to the alley while I'm trying to carry myself to the alley because I don't know where these shots are coming from. I've been crying since I got home. Because, like, I could have been one of the people that got hit, and I got kids.
Wright says that she'll think twice about going out at night after what she experienced. And Minneapolis police is asking anyone with any information to contact them. We're live in Minneapolis tonight. Leon Purvis, Fox 9.
All right. Thanks, Leon.
We're going to get those prices way down. Slash your prices. Bring down the prices.
He promised to lower prices, and so far, he hasn't delivered. Today, you're paying more at the gas pump, more to feed your family, healthcare.
Swipe, you think anybody pulled up to that low, that jam drop? Hell no. Man, that ain't Jam crib, man. You would have went to that crib, bro. They freeze FBI. Your ass would have been in jail. Hey, look, they probably was thinking that OTF. They probably was thinking that OTF, one of the OTF members was gonna pull up. You know. And then they could get you. Now they got you on tampering with a witness. I don't know. But I don't think nobody was done to pull up there. I don't think no OTF member was dumb. That motherfucker dumb. You got to be dumb. You got to be real slow to get a person who in jail, who missing, and he tell you, pull up here. I want all the smoke. Just think about it. Even if you don't see him and you got your gun on you, going to jail for that gun. And if the feds pull you over, guess what that gun charge is? A federal charge. They ain't going to take you to the police station to be like, oh man, we just gonna let the police handle this. They take your ass to jail, man. Like them people who be getting popped off when the feds and the police in the car together, that's a Fed case, bro. Like you got police officers riding with the feds in the city. Like they riding around with them on the beat. And that's how people be catching all these damn Fed gun cases. The feds picking up. Like Cairo case. Cairo finna come home in December too, y'all. Cairo will be home in December. But Cairo case was Fed because he got caught by the fuck them people name that protect the White House. Secret Service. He got caught by the Secret Service. He got caught by the Secret Service. That's why his shit federal. Secret Service and CPD was chasing him. Yeah, that's crazy, man. All these mass shootings. Oh, let's watch this. I ain't see
So I
this.
think that's just one issue out the gate. Look, if they win in LA, it's probably a moot point because
Is it double jeopardy?
I don't necessarily
are now being thrown out of this trial. And
Hey, look. They say they asking, is it double jeopardy, right? Now remember, if the state gets you right and the state drop it, the feds can pick it up, right? And then after the state drop it, right, and say the feds lose, the state could pick it back. The state could pick you up, bro. Like it's like that. Like what we was reading about, Nene, the feds, if the feds, if Trump was to pardon, Lil Durk from federally, the state could pick it up. The state could come and say, "Oh, we want to charge Lil Durk for the murder of what's the name," even though Trump pardoned him. They could bring it. They could bring it up. That ain't double jeopardy, bro. It's two different entities, bro. You got state and you got federal. If the state lose, the feds can pick it up. If the feds, if Donald Trump say, "Look, Durk, you free of all charges," California could come and pick that shit up. The state could come and pick it up and charge him for a Lil Pal murder. You said read the XXL. Man, I bet you they got a bunch of garbage motherfuckers on there. Hold on, let's check this out. I just thought I had to say that because I see a lawyer on here, and he's saying that, like, basically,
a federal judge called out prosecutors in open court. Durk scored this big legal victory that changes everything about his upcoming case, and we're going to break down what it means and what could happen, all with former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. All right, big news in the Lil Durk case. We've been following this one from the beginning. So the rapper just scored a major legal win ahead of his federal murder for hire trial, where he stands accused of orchestrating a hit against a rival rapper. Yet you can see they're members of Lil Durk, also known as Durk Bank's team.
Hey, I gotta say this, man. Drew Finland, he good at swearing the public. Hey, look, Brian Steele, he a lawyer, bro. You ain't seen Brian Steele make no statements. Drew want the spotlight, bro. You don't want no lawyer like Drew, bro, who want the spotlight. You don't want no lawyer doing interviews, man. If your lawyer get to doing interviews, that's just one sign that you ain't coming home. Hey, look, I'm trying to get the spotlight. Because look, whether he lose the case or win the case, right? If he lose their case, you still gonna have a rapper to come and hire him for another murder for hire. Because you know what the rapper gonna say? My case ain't like Lil Durk. It ain't the same thing. I ain't take an airplane. I rolled on the Amtrak. That's what they gonna say. Slow people.
addressing the media outside this Los Angeles courthouse. This is courtesy of Rolling Stone reporter Nancy Dillon. And we're going to have more on that and the fight that they're prepping for. It is upcoming August trial in a little bit. But I just want to give you a little perspective on you, put this into context about why this is such a big deal. So Lil Durk has been essentially sitting in a jail cell for almost 2 years. His trial was supposed to start next month, and that is for the 2022 killing of Savia Robinson out in Los Angeles. Prosecutors allege that this was a murder for hire plot stemming from a feud with rapper Quando Rondo, and that Robinson was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But then what was it, less than 3 months before trial, the government drops a bomb. And what just happened exploded in their faces, essentially. Durk was handed a new superseding indictment with new charges. We're talking entirely separate allegations that stretched across state lines in years. They're talking alleged involvement in a shooting in Chicago, this attempted murder in Atlanta, I believe even this apparently or allegedly drug trafficking operation. So all these different things. And suddenly, this case wasn't just about one episode. It was no longer just.
Hey, I just want to point this out to y'all. This is what Jam said when he said on that audio, they act like they were scared. Look at them. Look at the shooters. Hey, that's 2 shooters, man. Look, that's 3 shooters right there, bro. It's 2 of them that's hiding up. It's one hiding up under the other shooter. You hear me? That go the car right there. That's one of the cars. But that's what Boona was saying when Jam was like to Boona, oh, they look scared. Them niggas was scared. That's what Boona said Jam told him. And Lil Durk say, I did them dirty. They were scared, bro. Look at them. Look at the 2 shooters. They look like he holding his gun like he a cop. That's how cops shoot, man, or a person at the gun range, man. When you in the street, I ain't never seen nobody unless they was like likes to carry, hold the gun like that. Brown eyes shoot like he a cop. Jam, the only one professional. Boom, 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 boom. Look, Jam look like a professional, don't he? Jam got his feet kicked up and just letting it ride, man. Them other niggas look like cop and a half, Beverly Hills Cop, some shit. But that's what Jam mean. Hold on, let me take it off. You can see it. That's 2 people up under one, man. Jam letting that bitch go like a professional. He letting it fly. Ain't nothing getting past him. That's why they say it's sent for Jam. And then Durk the one who the feds say something for him. So you sent for him, then pay him, and then laughed about it. And act like he wasn't going to snitch on you. Fuck out of here. You burned him, he burnt you.
Just about this Los Angeles incident, it was potentially going to be a trial that included a whole different set of alleged crimes that his lawyers argued the government could have brought from the beginning, that they're not playing fair. This is according to court filings that we reviewed. And Durk's legal team argued, look, they would have a choice to make. Either they were going to go to trial on all of this and risk needing to ask for more delays to prepare, or they could fight to separate the charges and move forward with the August trial purely based on the Robinson alleged killing, right? And what did they do? They chose to fight. They chose to sever it. They won.
We so appreciate the thoroughness that took place in that court.
Hey, they ain't win, man. They ain't win. Drew won, man. Drew won. Drew get to fight 2 cases, and he get paid for both of them bitches now. Instead of getting paid for 1 case. It was a win for Drew. I know you might not look at it like that, but this was a win for Drew Finley, man. Hey, look, I know this dude a lawyer, law and crime and all that shit, and they lawyers, and they went to school for it and all that shit. But bullshit ain't about nothing. It ain't no win for Durk when he got to go in his bank account, not only just for 1, but for 2. When look, just say Drew beat this one, right? He beat the first one. And then he beat the second one. Durk just had to pay him twice for shit. You could have paid him for once, right? That's all I'm saying, man. It's a win for Drew Finland, though, because he get paid twice now, him and his law firm. Drew wanted this. This was in the Drew interest. Now, Brian still could get paid more money since he came on the case late.
Today. And so I'll ask you that was in the courtroom and then have read the filings to rely on his Honor's questions today and the points that he made. And as you, but most importantly, as our innocent client, Durk Banks, and I emphasize our innocent client, Durk Banks, is waiting. We are looking forward to the close of business today.
That was Durk Banks' attorney, Drew Findling, along with other members of his team, including, by the way, former Young Thug attorney Brian Steele. Anybody who followed that case knows him very well. Again, this is courtesy of Rolling Stone reporter Nancy Dillon. But this is where it gets interesting, because the judge didn't just hand them a big victory by separating the charges, and now he's not going to have to face this at his August case. He basically called the government out in court. And what he said, you got to imagine, just stopped the prosecutors in their tracks. We reviewed all the filings in this, the motion, the government's opposition. Yes, what the judge had to say in that courtroom, a lot of courtroom drama. All right, I got to say something real quick. Look, we cover a lot of different dangerous situations that are happening in the world here on Sidebar. One thing that I don't think people talk enough about is being part of a data breach.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
you, your loved ones, all that private information is constantly at risk of being leaked, which is why I want all of you to keep your data safe online. Here's how it works. Incogni tracks down all of those old posts and search sites that's exposing your information, and then they demand its removal. Look, I was shocked. Turns out databases had all my information, and within days, Incogni was taking them down. The setup is super simple. You just create an account. Incogni is going to do the rest, and their unlimited plans custom removals feature. 60% discount off an annual plan. That's incogni.com/. Okay, so I want to bring in somebody who can actually make sense of all this. I love to see him. Nima Rahmani, former federal prosecutor, expert in this area. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for taking the time.
You better
Jesse,
get that
thanks
shit.
for having me as always. This is a big case here in LA.
Are people talking about it?
They are. I mean, look, obviously in the music industry, you got Brian Steele joining the team. So I think it's going to get a lot of coverage and press. Obviously, federal court, no cameras, but a lot of folks here have been following it. Obviously, the local press and as well as the music industry. This is a big one.
Okay, so I'm happy to have your perspective on what is a very big development. Now, I want to get into this motion that started all of this. So Durk's lawyers, they filed a motion to separate the new charges from the Los Angeles trial. And their argument was pretty straightforward. They said, look, they'd been preparing for this LA case, this LA trial for 21 months. They were ready for the August trial. And then less than, again, 3 months before this trial, the government drops this third superseding indictment with all these new allegations, these new charges, right? Racketeering. And here's what they wrote in the motion, quote, because the last minute addition of the Vicar counts imperils Mr. Banks' constitutionally guaranteed right to a speedy trial, this court should sever those counts from the Los Angeles counts and allow him the prompt trial he has consistently demanded. The government's delay in bringing additional charges and producing evidence in support of those charges is unjustifiable. Any further continuance would be of the government's sole creation and would warrant dismissal of the third superseding indictment. Now, Nima, what's your take on this? What is the defense actually saying here? Because
I'm going to tell you what Drew tried to do. Drew tried to get that third, thought the judge was going to throw out that third superseding indictment. That's what he thought he was going to do. They violate my rights. And the judge just said, okay, they violate your rights. Now, it might seem to a person that can read but can't comprehend. It might seem to them like, oh, yeah, it's a victory. It's a victory. Even if you educated, sometimes you might miss something. But it ain't no victory, man. Drew thought he was going to get that shit thrown out, saying that they just came with it, and the judge like, nah, okay, we can separate it, but you still got to fight this after this. You know, that's the thing that people ain't saying. Like, yeah, he got the case separated, but what's a win in that shit? You know, OTF Vonnie them They more of a witness to take Dirk down than Marley and AJ. I would have wanted that shit first. Tell you the truth. But let's continue.
The way I understand it is like they have a right to put the prosecution's feet to the fire. Look, we think our client's innocent. We want to go to trial. Is it fair that the government could just throw these new charges, these new allegations at them, seemingly at the last minute, which would kind of conflict with his ability to go to trial? I mean, what do you think of it?
Look, I'm as pro-prosecution as they come, but I have to go with the defense on this one. And the judge apparently agreed. Look, he's been in custody for quite a while now. I think October 2024. The government obviously opposed bail.
Man, I hate when these lawyers get on here and be like, he been in jail for this long. Do you know how long what's the guy name from 600? What's the guy name from 600? The guy who killed Imani and what's the name? Killed J Money and Lil Zay cousin. Killed the brother, shot the mama, shot the auntie. Bite Down. Bite Down been in jail for 10 years. How long that shit happened? Since 2016? That happened to Imani now? How long 50 from Gyro been in jail? He just got sentenced to 115 years in 2022. That means he been in jail for 10 years, man. 10 years. Ron, I'm talking about people who ain't get sentenced, and it took 10 years to take them to trial. Bite Down. Bite Down was in Cook County Jail for 10 years.
And the judge agreed with him. So the fact that you have a defendant in custody and you have a trial date next month and you're going to supersede to add these allegations in another state involving another murder, I mean, it's a big problem. You're the defense. You don't have time to prepare. So you're sort of stuck in this situation where you have to ask for a continuance, right, to be able to prepare your defense to this whole additional set of facts and witnesses and allegations, or you have to move forward with really one hand tied behind your back. So really superseding at this late hour is going to be a problem in any type of case, but especially a case like this where the additional charges are so serious, they involve out-of-state conduct and witnesses. So what the judge said, look, if you really want to do this, you're going to have a separate trial. You're going to have to do things in a timely manner. And I agree with the judge's decision here.
I think one of the unique aspects of it is that the defense had pointed out that the government had already tried to introduce the Chicago episode, the Chicago alleged incident, earlier in this case. They had apparently filed a notice saying they wanted to use that as evidence.
Hey, the government, this how you know they do what they want to. I got proof, y'all. I finna debunk all this. The government didn't try to do nothing. This case got Durk stuck in jail. When they went to court, when Durk went to court, when Drew had got online, Drew was fighting to get Durk bail. This case got him a no bail, bro. This Chicago murder for hire, bro. On everything. Read the paperwork. Go back and read the paperwork. It's gonna tell y'all how Lil Durk got stuck. He got stuck because of this case. That's how you know the judge just agreeing with them, just to be agreeing with them, because they know that Lil Durk done. So they just agreeing on some shit. But Lil Durk got stuck because this murder for hire. They ain't try to introduce shit. They did. When Lil Durk went for bond, they said Lil Durk, he shouldn't be out because he killed somebody in Chicago. He paid for somebody to be killed in Chicago, and that's how he got stuck. It was 404B. That was the sealed document the whole time.
Of other bad acts, but in February, they withdrew it. They apparently told the court they were taking it off the table. The defense made the argument, look, the court relied on that withdrawal. They cited the judge's own words from a February hearing, quote, the severance motion certainly is not a trivial motion. However, obviously, it would have been considerably stronger had the Chicago evidence remained in the case. And then months later, they say the government tried to bring it back, not as evidence of other bad acts this time, but as direct evidence of a racketeering enterprise. So Nima, just again, walk us through this. Why was this so important for the prosecution? And we'll talk about their argument in a minute, but why do you think it was so important for the prosecution to introduce this evidence? And why does the defense make such a big deal about the government withdrawing the evidence and then bringing it back later?
So there's a couple ways you can get this type of evidence in, and you talked about it. You can obviously charge it, right, which was what the government was trying to do here. or you can bring it in through prior bad acts evidence. And we've talked about it many times. Often you'll see it, for instance, in a sexual assault case, right? You have charged victims, and then you have these other victims who say that they too were sexually assaulted, but for different reasons, maybe the statute of limitations or other reasons, the government doesn't charge that conduct, but it can come in to show motive, a common plan or scheme, right? So they're saying that Lil Durk here operated this criminal enterprise and they would go after people in retaliation, right? So from the prosecution's perspective, it's great. The more victims you have, it dirties up a defendant. It doesn't matter if it's a sexual assault case or a murder for hire case like you have here. So there's a reason that the prosecution wants to present this type of evidence, but trials have to be fair. So when you're talking about 404B evidence and witnesses, the prosecution has to provide that type of notice to the defense. The defense will usually, if they can't contest that evidence, and the judge has to rule, like, is this really on point? And really, when it comes to 404B evidence, and again, I'm talking about other cases, but appellate courts have been more hesitant recently. That's the reason the Weinstein first conviction was overturned on appeal. The New York Court of Appeal ruled that you shouldn't have brought all these other bad acts witnesses. So you have the government in the Lil Durk case providing this notice that we're going to present evidence of these other crimes in other states. Then they withdrew it, and then they supersede to charge it. So I think that's part of the problem there, right? They're going back and forth, and I think that's the reason the judge said, listen, you can't do this, especially a month before trial.
Want to know someone's criminal past? Search millions of records instantly, from arrests.
Right. It's too prejudicial. It's not fair. And I think it was interesting. So this is per reporting from Rolling Stone, who I think had the transcript of what happened in this hearing. And we're going to talk more about what the judge said. But U.S. District Court Judge Michael W. Fitzgerald, who handed Durk this win, said, quote, "You think you will have a better chance to win if the Chicago incident is tried with the Los Angeles murder. It's obvious. You treat that as a feature, and I treat that as a bug. I'm concerned it's going to be unfair. I'm here to make sure both sides have a fair trial." Seems like he has a point. I mean, it seems like the prosecution wanted to introduce all this evidence because it would make.
Hey, see, this is what the crazy part about it. They saying all this good shit, but did the judge throw it out? That's the thing about it. Did the judge throw the fucking Vicar out? So you saying that he won anything or it's a big win, it's not. Because if the judge knew it, if it's illegal what they doing, he would have threw it out. He would have been like, nah, y'all got to throw that Vicar out, period. That's what Drew thought. Drew wasn't banking on that they still keeping a Vicar and there's going to be another court date. Drew was banking on that they throw out the Vicar too. It's against his rights and all this, and this shouldn't be allowed in, and they like, nah, we still gonna charge him in Chicago then. We'll fall back. The feds got time, bro. They got time and patience, bro. They could wait till this trial over and charge Lil Durk. Now look, this where it get tricky at, right? Now Lil Durk wanted a speedy trial, right? So what if they say the Vicar charge ain't till next year? What was so speedy? What was y'all trying to do to so speedy? And if Lil Durk get hit over his head, it's going to prove what I'm saying, that Drew, it was better for Drew. Because Drew knew he couldn't win. So he know that the next trial going to be pushed back. Drew know, man. Drew slick, bro. It might not seem to the eye because it Drew on Durk's side because he helping him. But nah, man, this ain't the situation.
Their case stronger, but at the same time, does that acknowledge potential weaknesses in the prosecution's murder for hire case, the Los Angeles allegations?
It does. And part of the challenge here is a case like this, you're relying a lot on cooperator testimony. That's tough if you're the prosecution. But no question, if you have two murders or attempted murders instead of one, that's going to be a stronger case. The jurors might disbelieve one, but not the other. And I got to give credit to Rolling Stone. Right, it was Nancy Dillon, the reporter who was there, who was fantastic. I know her very well. She's on top of these cases. So, but I think, look, Judge Fitzgerald is right. We're in the Ninth Circuit here, one of the most liberal circuits in the country. He's thinking, listen, it's not just about getting a conviction, Jesse. It's about making sure that conviction withstands appeal. And this would be an automatic appellate issue if Lil Durk was convicted and the judge allowed the prosecution to supersede at the 11th hour.
Look, and the defense, they pointed out the timing of everything, right? The government filed this third superseding indictment on June 4th. I mentioned that this was less than 3 months before trial. They produced a massive amount of new discovery. The defense claimed in their argument, look, this discovery required a 1 terabyte hard drive. That's a lot of data to review in a short amount of time. They wrote, quote, the defense is now in a position where it has to review, digest, investigate, and be prepared to rebut terabytes of new data just 2 months out from trial on a charge carrying a life sentence.
Hey, look, that's what they said at first. They said 1 terabyte. They saying they got 4.5 terabytes. You hear me? So yeah, in reality, Lil Durk couldn't go to trial and fight that because he got to go through all them damn terabytes. But we just gonna keep it real and not say that, oh, they ain't got nothing the case weak. Shit, if they collected 4.5 terabytes, I'm pretty sure all that's in there ain't no bullshit. You hear me? Like, let's just be real.
It is untenable. And I think about what the government's argument would be, right? Why did the government wait so long? How do they justify it? So the government's response, because they didn't take this lying down, they filed a 30-page opposition saying that the Los Angeles alleged murder and the Chicago killing, they were part of the same thing. They're part of the same alleged racketeering enterprise, that they were directly.
Hey, one more time. Remember, I just told y'all. The same witnesses that's in the Lil Pop case is gonna testify in the other cases in the bank's enterprise. So that's why I say Drew might well should have took it all together, because he finna face the same people. And if they hit Lil Durk over his head for the Lil Pop case, he gonna be facing the same people who got them sentences on that case on this case.
Connected, that Durk's lawyers were exaggerating the burden of the new discovery. Here's what they wrote, quote, defendant bank's sole basis for severance is that the joinder of the Vicar charges at the August 20th trial would imperil his speedy trial rights. That constitutional analysis is factually and legally unsupported. And they also pushed back on the idea that they had been sitting on these charges. They said the investigation was ongoing. We know that. I mean, look, investigations can evolve. And they said they seized 59 digital devices. They had to review terabytes of data. They pointed out that 2 co-defendants in the Chicago case had only pleaded guilty in April and May of 2026, which gave them new evidence to work with. Why are they wrong? Don't charges develop? Don't investigations develop? Doesn't new evidence come out? Why are they wrong here?
This woman in Kansas City searched her name and found $6.1 million in unclaimed money. Like, what?
Wait.
Well, look, obviously things change, but the reason they're certainly behind the 8 ball legally is the fact that they're the ones that control when someone's charged and arrested. They move for detention. And the fact that now you're really coming up on 2 years later to supersede, even if it's not the government's fault, it's not like they're getting sanctioned. You are prejudicing the defendant here, right? Because now you're putting them in a position, like I said earlier, where if you're the defense, you really have no choice. You have to continue the trial because they provided all this discovery at a late phase. And let me tell you, one thing judges do not like is when the government produces discovery late. And I'm not saying they had it and there's any misconduct, but it is a huge problem. Discovery in a criminal case is one-sided. You're the government. As soon as you have it, you got to produce it. So now you're opening questions as to really when did you know? The judges can start digging in. And let me tell you something. We're talking about criminal cases, but I got to draw an analogy to civil cases. So in civil cases, you can't just file an amended complaint. You have to get a stipulation from the other side. There's a very short window where you can amend a complaint, even in a civil case, right? If you don't get a stipulation or agreement from the other side, you have to get leave of court. So that's essentially what's happening here, because an amended complaint, whether it's civil or criminal, can add additional charges and allegations. And it's unfair to the person who's defending that complaint to have to do so within a short period of time before trial.
So let's get to what really matters here, right? The judge's ruling. Again, Judge Michael Fitzgerald granted Durk's motion to sever. He separated counts 1 and 6 from the rest of the indictment. So that means that the Chicago killing or alleged killing and the Atlanta alleged attempted murder, that is not going to be part of the August trial. So Durk is going to go to trial on the Los Angeles murder for hire charges.
So my question is again, what the fuck did he win? If he got to go and fight both of them. A win is if they throw out a charge. A win is if they throw out binding them statements. That's a win, bruh. Not getting no motherfucking 2 cases split up and you still got to fight them. That ain't no win. But to the black community, since they already know that we uneducated, they could tell us, oh, this a win. And we gonna run and believe this shit.
Just as his lawyers wanted. But I really have to get into what the judge did, because the judge didn't just, sign an order, move on, no explanation. He used this hearing to essentially put the government on blast. He told prosecutors straight to their faces that he saw exactly what they were doing. I mentioned one of the quotes before. He said he wasn't buying it. According to reporting from the Rolling Stone magazine, the judge said, quote, "This third superseding indictment indisputably is just a very clever attempt at having the Chicago tail wag the Los Angeles dog." And the judge said that it looked like the government was concerned that it was going to lose. Now, a couple things here, Nima. A, it's a statement for a judge to say something like that. I mean, you have never been called out like that ever before, but it's one thing. I'm curious what you think about the judge's commentary there. And I also have to wonder,
hey, I can tell you what's about to happen after this. The feds finna unleash that shit on everything. They ain't finna play no more. Since the judge told them that, watch how this shit finna come. Motherfucker finna be like, you finna see everybody who was saying that Lil Durk finna get free, all them bloggers, watch how they finna change their tune. He done. They got him on this. He done. Hey, look, they never tell us all of it. They might say, oh yeah, Durk was on the text message just to make you believe that's all they got. All they got is a text. You finna see, where did Vonnie stay? Where did Vonnie go after the murder? We finna see all this shit. Watch, it's finna all come out. I'm telling you, every time Drew now played with the feds, they spanked them with more information that let you know that Durk ain't coming home. But let's finish this.
are they even going to move forward with these other charges? Do you think so? Are they even going to move forward with separate trials?
I don't think so, because you have potential venue issues, right? So you have these other alleged acts. I don't know what the nexus to the Central District of California here in Los Angeles would necessarily be in those cases. Now, obviously, they can be prosecuted in Chicago or Atlanta or elsewhere. So I think that's just one issue out the gate. Look, if they win in LA, it's probably a moot point because...
Is it double jeopardy?
I don't necessarily think it's double jeopardy. The judge mentioned double jeopardy. I don't think it's double jeopardy. There could potentially be an preclusion issue, depending on how granular the jurors get. Again, I was trying to wrap my head around it. There's really no jeopardy because the charges have been dismissed. Jeopardy attaches when, the jury is sworn in, the first witness testifies. So they could potentially bring those cases. But if for some reason the jurors returned a very detailed verdict that said, for instance, there's no unlawful agreement, there's no conspiracy, that could potentially be a problem in a subsequent case charging conspiracy. So again, depending on what the findings are, but usually in these cases it's guilty, not guilty, and it's impossible to know the reason for the not guilty verdict such that it would prevent the retrial in the subsequent case. So I don't think there's a jeopardy issue. The judge raised it, but which was surprising in my opinion. But I think it was mostly him wanting to blast the prosecution in this case.
Let me ask you one final point about this. So again, Lil Durk, he's now headed to trial on August 20th for the Los Angeles murder for hire case. The new charges, allegations, Chicago, Atlanta, those are severed. Maybe tried separately. We'll see. By the way, after the ruling, Durk's lead attorney, Drew Findling, released a statement saying, "We are very happy with the court's order for 21 months. We have been unwavering in our commitment to Mr. Banks and his innocence and look forward to an August 20th, 2026 trial." So, but before I let you go, how strong do you think the prosecution's case is against him for this alleged murder for hire?
I think it's pretty strong. cases like this really kind of go back to that cooperator testimony. I really want to know how effective the prosecution's been to flip people. Whenever you talk about any criminal organization, it can be Lil Durk's alleged organization, mob, street gangs, cartels. You really need members of that organization to testify against those that are most responsible. Now, obviously, you don't want to rely on rats or snitches by yourself. Hopefully, you can corroborate that testimony. I know there's a lot of electronic evidence, text messages and the like here. I like that if that's the prosecution. So if you have cooperator testimony, you have that corroborated by independent evidence like text messages, I think it's a strong case. But of course, never count out Brian Steele. He did a great job in the Young Thug case. So this is going to be a heavyweight fight, Jesse.
All right. Nima Rahmani, love having you on. Love explaining it to us. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jesse. Love being on too. Hope to be on again real soon.
And that's all we have.
Well, you just heard what he said, right? If you got a witness that's inside, they got a witness. Vonnie was inside. Jam was inside. You hear me? Number 5, he Lil Durk lieutenant. He was inside. They got a lot of inside witnesses, man. Y'all gonna see, though, that Drew and them can't beat them witnesses, man. You ain't gonna be able to beat Vonnie, man. If Vonnie saying, before the plane took off, we got the call from number 4. Durk said, get my bags, get your bags. We finna go and get Rondo. And then me and him called Didi now. If number 4 say, yeah, I talked to Lil Durk. And Vonnie saying, that's how we got the call because number 4. He done, bruh. That's motherfucking direct. That ain't no hearsay. Hearsay is somebody telling you something. Direct evidence is you was part of it. I called you and told you where to find them at. Like THF Teasy. He called for OBlock. That's why he in jail. Facts. Smash that like button, y'all. My wife wants you to be on Stream University. Hey, I can't be on Stream University, man. I ain't gonna need a lot to you. I'd rather stay on Trenches News, man. I ain't participating in no gay stuff. I ain't participating in what else they be doing. They just be doing a lot of wild stuff, man, that I ain't participating in, bro. Acting, slapping each other, going on each other for content. Like, I don't play that type of shit. I don't play that. Let's clickbait. Let's clickbait and play like my life gone so the internet can send me $1 or $2. I don't play all that, bro. I don't play all that shit. I leave that for the dorks, man. For the Norbits. Your channel down. Now you talking about they done killed off half of my family. You know, but then you gonna come out and say, no, that wasn't my family. It was a family that I knew. Like, I don't play that. I don't play that, man. I'm cool. They be doing some weird shit for that, man. For that streaming university shit, man. What else we got? So we got Pooh Shiesty. We got what D4D? Hold on, let me see.
You can't find a ranch style with a view.
And a mom-in-law suite.
More realtor agents recommend Realtor.com.
New details in the murder case of singer David, due back in court this week to face charges of killing a 14-year-old girl who authorities say was found dead in the trunk of his car. And this morning, some are asking whether the Los Angeles District Attorney will seek the death penalty against the 21-year-old singer if convicted. LA District Attorney Nathan Hochman speaking out on the case in April.
A parent's nightmare is a situation where your daughter goes out one night and never comes back.
saying he is weighing all his legal options.
Well, the death penalty is reserved for the most heinous crimes. There are special circumstances that have been pled in the complaint by the prosecution that gives it, under California state law, an opportunity to seek the death penalty.
David, whose real name is David Burke, is accused of luring Celeste Rivas Hernandez, a 7th grader at the time, to his Hollywood Hills home in April 2025, where prosecutors say she was stabbed to death. He has pleaded not guilty.
I media trained you.
Authorities believe Celeste, seen here with Burke on a live stream in 2024, was a witness to his alleged sex crimes and say he was trying to protect his blossoming career. David, who once had 40 million monthly listeners on Spotify, canceling a world tour shortly after authorities discovered her body. The singer's preliminary hearing is scheduled to start Tuesday, where prosecutors will present their evidence and eyewitness testimony. A judge will decide if there's enough to proceed to trial.
Preliminary hearing is a very important step in this criminal process, and particularly for the public, it's going to give us a lot of information about the evidence.
Again, David has pled not guilty and is behind bars this morning. His attorney previously saying in a statement that the evidence will show David Burke did not murder Celeste Rivas Hernandez and he was not the cause of her death. Gio.
So many watching this case. Jacqueline, thank you so much.
Tonight, British authorities are seeking the extradition of Andrew and Tristan Tate. The prominent influencers in the so-called manosphere were arrested by federal marshals in Miami. CBS's Christian Benavidez is there with details on the new charges. Christian.
Good evening, Jerika. The Tate brothers were taken into custody as they were heading to a boxing event that one of them was set to co-host here in Miami. They've indicated that they're likely going to fight those extradition charges back to the United Kingdom.
U.S. Marshals arrested notorious social media influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate in Miami on Saturday, stemming from recent developments in the UK. Authorities there, who already had a case against the duo, say 4 brothers came forward with accusations of rape, sex trafficking, assault, child, and extreme pornography,
bringing the total number of charges faced to 59. The charges relate to 7 victims spanning a period from 2010 to 2017.
The men are part of the so-called manosphere, boasting millions of followers and selling online courses on masculinity. In 2022, the Tate brothers were arrested in Romania on rape, human trafficking, and sexual exploitation charges. The case did not go to trial but remains open. Last year, the brothers left Romania for Florida, and state officials announced a probe into their activity. The Tate brothers deny all allegations. Their attorney tells CBS News the world knows Andrew and Tristan Tate are innocent.
We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever.
The Tate brothers are set to face a judge as early as tomorrow. Legal experts have said that this will likely be a lengthy legal battle over extradition. Jerika.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Tate brothers, if they make it to UK, it's over with. They could cancel Christmas, man. UK ain't playing that, bruh. I'm telling you, everybody who I seen get locked up over there, or seen on like lock up in the board, bro. They over there stuck in UK, bro. And they over there stuck all overseas. Anywhere you get caught, bro. Don't get caught in one of them Chinaman countries. You definitely through. Wisconsin woman killed after filing third order of protection. Smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. Support the channel.
Well, a convenience store clerk is recovering after he was shot during a robbery this morning. Video from Citizen App shows the scene near 47th and Calumet in Bronzeville. Chicago police say the robber walked in, demanded money, and shot the clerk in the arm before running off. The 42-year-old victim was taken to the hospital in fair condition. So far, no arrests.
Grainger offers professional-grade products, easy ordering, and next-day delivery, making them the go-to play for everyone keeping arenas game day ready. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Secretary of State's office says he has received more than 300 complaints about Brandon Mr. Finance since our first story aired. Now they are warning the public about a new business and issuing a cease and desist order.
Brandon Ellington, also known as Brandon Mr. Finance, is back on the state's radar, this time encouraging people to invest in his fragrance business, Rich Cats. Secretary of State Alexi Janulius says he must be stopped.
I was blown away. It's preposterous.
Back in May, the ABC 7i team heard from several people who said they lost tens of thousands of dollars to Brandon Mr. Finance in what they called an investment scheme.
He didn't put me in a position where I had to work probably 2-3 more years when I was in a position ready to retire.
Secretary Janulius had issued a temporary order of prohibition preventing Brandon Mr. Finance from operating his unregistered investment business in the state of Illinois. Now, his office is issuing a cease and desist order to stop this new business. Mr. Finance asking people to buy, sell, and invest in designer fragrances. Some of his alleged victims tell us they too have been asked to take part in this new business, even as they're still waiting on him to give their money back.
Since your original story aired, over 300 individuals have reached out to us, folks who were duped by Brandon Mr. Finance. These are people that their entire lives have been upended because of this.
Brandon Mr. Finance has requested a hearing from the state for the temporary order of prohibition. A date is pending. I asked Mr. Finance and his attorney about the new cease and desist order and the Secretary of State's claim, as well as his fragrance business, but I haven't heard back.
To do it so brazenly, to get caught, and then just switch gears and do it again is unacceptable. We're going to do everything we can to put a stop to this.
Brandon Mr. Finance has previously told the I-Team that claims about him duping his clients out of tens of thousands of dollars are not true, and that he has offered to refund clients who have not completed his investment program. Since our first story aired, 2 class action lawsuits have been filed against Brandon Mr. Finance. The I-Team has heard from dozens of people who say they are still waiting on Mr. Finance to make them whole.
Hey, he talking about some they ain't finished his master class. Hey, all they had to do was all get up together and go to his crib, wherever they met him at, for to give him the money. For motherfucker telling you to meet them in a parking lot of Jewels or something, don't do no business with them. Don't do no business with them. You gonna have to tell me to pull up to your crib where you living at. Well, I see granny wheelchair and everything for me to give you $10,000, $30,000, my life savings. He got y'all ass pulling up to a library, to a lemonade stand. Y'all pulling up to the ice cream truck, getting them y'all life savings. And now y'all pissed. It's some people out here that's slow than a motherfucker. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna do that for you, bro. Meet me over here. Conning the old people and shit. I used to tell my grandma all the time, man, hang up on them people. She sit there be talking about, I'm trying to see what deal they got. I'm trying to tell you they scamming you. Damn, they say. Smash that like button, y'all.
Mumu Engine, connecting research and execution into one workflow.
Let them know you dropping. I drop you. No, I'm saying, who should I say drop in 1017?
New video and details are emerging in a major federal case where prosecutors claim rapper Pooh Shiesty held his former colleague Gucci Mane at gunpoint, all in an attempt to break free from his reporting contract. So now, as Pooh Shiesty is fighting to get out of jail before trial, still months away, the government is revealing more alleged misconduct, claiming he can't be trusted on the street. We've combed through new filings to bring you the very latest on this case, and we're bringing on the attorney who had been representing Pooh Shiesty in this case, Bradford Cohen. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. By the way, if you're following us here on Law and Crime, you might see that we put all these clips out there so quickly on these rapidly developing stories. And if you're into content creation, if you're putting things out on social media, rapper and record clear exactly where it came from or how content creators got their hands on it. But we'll talk about that too. But it purportedly shows the moment when Pooh Shiesty, real name Lontrell Williams Jr., and his co-defendants allegedly held rapper and record executive Gucci Mane at gunpoint. Allegedly, it was all because Pooh Shiesty wanted out of his recording contract. Now, we're going to bring on Bradford Cohen, attorney to the stars, had represented Pooh Shiesty at one point in time in this case until recently. But we'll get his perspective on all this. But just take a look at the video for yourself.
You dropping this done deal. It's a done deal. Let them know you dropping. I drop you. No, I'm saying, who should I say drop in 1017? Shout out to real nigga. Ain't never did no police or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on. Bro, we just did that. It's done. What you do? You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop. You signed the paper. It's done.
So we corroborated this clip's apparent authenticity with the screenshots from a federal filing that appear to show the same people in the same studio. Because in the screenshots, the guy who appears to be Gucci Mane, his face is redacted with the label RD, so presumably standing for his real name, Radrick Davis. Pooh Shiesty is also reportedly, allegedly visible, wearing his signature balaclava. You can also see who appears to be one of his co-defendants, identified by the feds as DeMarcus Glover, standing near Gucci Mane, allegedly holding a large gun. And the feds claim that Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, is the one who's actually doing the recording. We also know that federal prosecutors submitted a USB with digital evidence to the court on June 25th. This was a major escalation in this case. It's the latest evidence to emerge against Pooh Shiesty because he stands accused of orchestrating this alleged brazen kidnapping and robbery plot. And the reason this USB in the video and the evidence has come out recently is in response to a request from Pooh Shiesty's legal team to re-examine the conditions of his pretrial detention. Because Pooh Shiesty has been locked up since he and his co-defendants, including his father, Lontrell Williams Sr., were indicted on charges of conspiracy to commit kidnapping, conspiracy to commit extortion, those kind of crimes. Now, according to the indictment, Pooh Shiesty allegedly arranged a meeting with Gucci Mane at this office building in Dallas, Texas. This is where the music label 1017 apparently has a recording studio. Pooh Shiesty had been apparently signed to the label since 2021, but reportedly wanted out of his contract. Now, how he's accused of trying to get out of that is interesting because prosecutors claim that he didn't, go through a lawyer. They claim he used the threat of violence to get what he wanted. And then they accuse him and his alleged co-conspirators of robbing Gucci Mane and his entourage on the way out. The defendant's arrival, by the way, at the building was reportedly captured on the building's security cameras, and screenshots of the footage were included in the criminal complaint. And this is new, by the way, a text thread included in the government's response to Pooh Shiesty's bail request that allegedly shows the plan in the making. It says, quote, Williams Jr., using the name Michael Myers, discussing needing 6 certi, or certified, which is believed to refer to certified gang members, for that Saturday, January 10th, 2026. Someone else in the thread says, I got the cat and TRX. Prosecutors believe the cat refers to a 2020 Dodge Charger Hellcat belonging or allegedly belonging to defendant Rodney Wright's father, which was reportedly seen on camera leaving the office building, right? The alleged crime scene. This is according to the criminal complaint. And investigators claim that the crew took luxury items from Gucci Mane and other people, other alleged victims, including a necklace, a chain, watches, a Louis Vuitton bag. And according to prosecutors, what's believed to be the same items later appeared on the defendant's social media pages. And despite what you may call, what you can arguably call, again, they're innocent unless proven guilty, but arguably call the apparent avalanche of evidence against him, Pooh Shiesty's legal team is fighting to get him out of jail. So a judge had denied Pooh Shiesty's bail earlier this year, but his lawyers want that reviewed. By the way, his trial's been pushed back to February 2027. There's a lot that can change between now and then, but his team says he should be released with strict conditions up until his trial. Before we even talk about the arguments in that filing, I just want to go a little bit back, and I want to talk a little bit about Pooh Shiesty's past experiences with the justice system, because it's important. In April of 2022, a federal judge out in Miami had sentenced Pooh Shiesty to 63 months, or a little more than 5 years in prison. And as part of a plea deal, he pled guilty to one felony count of conspiracy to possess firearms in furtherance of violent and drug trafficking crimes. According to charging documents in that case, Pooh Shiesty was believed to have been part of a group that shot 2 people and stole drugs and high-end sneakers at a hotel in Miami-Dade County back in 2020. Pooh Shiesty, he was released from the Bureau of Prisons, the BOP, in October of last year. And the rapper apparently signed paperwork last fall outlining all the rules that he would have to follow while on home detention. According to that paperwork, Pooh Shiesty agreed, quote, "I will not drink alcohol beverages of any kind. I will submit to urinalysis or alcohol testing as requested by the RRC probation." In its motion for review of pretrial detention, Pooh Shiesty's legal team stated, quote, "He reported for every required urinalysis. He never tested positive. He complied with all conditions of home detention without exception." Here's the thing. 2 sides, according to Texas prosecutors, the rapper had not been following the rules. The feds filed several exhibits with the court, including incident reports regarding Pooh Shiesty's alleged refusal to undergo urinalysis tests at the VOA, or Volunteers of America, which contracts with the BOP. So, for example, one report says, quote, "Client was informed on March 21st, 2026 in the morning that he needed to report to the VOA facility to provide a UA. Later that evening, the client was contacted by phone as a reminder to report again for the UA. The client stated that he did not have transportation as his producer was out of town. The client then asked if he could report first thing the following morning. I informed the client that I would need to obtain approval and would call him back. After speaking with Ms. Blair regarding the situation, she approved the client reporting the next morning. I then contacted the client and informed him that he was required to report on March 22nd, 2026 at 10 a.m. The client stated that he understood. On March 22nd, 2026, at approximately 20:01, the client had not shown up. Another report states, on November 9th, 2025, at approximately 1:39 p.m., client Lantrell Williams was asked to produce a urine sample. The sample that was provided was cold and did not read between 90 to 100 degrees. Supervisor was notified, who then advised to write up as a refusal. The government also apparently produced these text messages that were allegedly sent by Pooh Shiesty that they say prove he was drinking despite the rules against it. So one, for example, allegedly from October 13th says, quote, "High and drunk." October 18th, quote, "I'm drunk." January 25th, quote, "Getting drunk." And in a conversation seemingly from January 31st, Pooh Shiesty seemingly texted, "What's up? I just got up. I've been tore up." Person responds, "You was drunk, LMAO." And Pooh Shiesty reportedly replied, "Yeah, man, passed out in the studio." You know what else? The rapper even reportedly got into a car accident while drunk in February. That's a new allegation. There was a text message, a text thread that was included in the government's motion and includes this exchange, quote, "I got in a wreck. What the F? How? You was drunk? Yep, but somebody hit me." So look, it seems he arguably, allegedly wasn't super cooperative with the terms of his release, right? That's the allegation. And get this, the feds claim that Pooh Shiesty was essentially in cahoots with a case supervisor who helped get him day passes. Here's what their response says. Quote, "Investigators have now learned that Williams Jr. was involved in an inappropriate relationship with at least one of his VOA case supervisors, and that his VOA employee was actively involved in entering fake day passes that would allow Williams Jr. to travel to unapproved locations while he was supposed to be confined to his residence. This misconduct extended to the day of the kidnapping itself on January 10th, 2026. on that day, the employee entered 3 day passes, allowing Williams Jr. to travel, and contacted him 19 times over the course of the day. VOA later terminated the employee for this conduct. Makes me think, is that going to be a key witness at an upcoming trial? But what else did the defense present as a reason for why Pooh Shiesty should be let out of jail? Well, according to them, the star witness in this case, Gucci Mane, recanted. Yeah, from their motion, it says, quote, strip away what the government does not have, and what remains is this. R.D., Radrick Davis, or seemingly Radrick Davis, told Dallas police on the night of January 10th that Mr. Williams pulled a gun on him, forced him to sign a contract release, and robbed him of his jewelry. That statement, relayed through an FBI agent who was not present at the incident and who did not interview R.D. herself, is the sum total of the government's case as presented on the core offense. Special Agent Hansen conceded on cross that the FBI has not taken a formal statement from any of the 5 alleged victims in the 4 months since the incident. More damaging still, R.D., the man at the center of this case, has gone on social media and denied that any of this occurred. He has posted videos repudiating the government's account, and according to defense counsel's unchallenged representation to the magistrate judge, has displayed the allegedly stolen jewelry as if it were still in his possession. Agent Hansen did not know about these posts and confirmed that no one from the FBI had spoken to R.D. after they appeared. A complaining witness publicly recanting the offense is not a minor evidentiary wrinkle. It is a fundamental problem. Look, if that's true, it could really be damaging to the Fed's case. But remember, Gucci Mane wasn't the only alleged victim of this purported shakedown. In fact, the man identified in court documents as CW, so reportedly one of Gucci Mane's security guards, submitted an impact statement to the court urging that Pooh Shiesty remain locked up. In it, he wrote, quote, prior to this incident, Mr. Williams was given a second chance and was granted bail bond with monitoring conditions. Despite those conditions, he was once again accused of committing another crime that resulted in a person being shot. My wife and I are both afraid of what his mindset might be if he's released. Since the incident, I have found myself watching vehicles passing by my home, worried that he or someone connected to him may attempt to harm me or my family. I have young children. Because of this fear, I have limited their ability to go outside and enjoy normal activities as they should. Judge, I respectfully ask that you consider the safety and security of my family and me when making your decision regarding bond. I believe keeping Mr. Williams detained is necessary to protect us and prevent even further harm. Thank you for taking the time to hear my concerns. Respectfully, CW, Texas victim and survivor. So look, the defense is hoping for home confinement. They want conditions that are similar to those that he was under after his release from prison. So 24-hour home confinement, GPS monitoring, continuous third-party monitoring managed by a retired FBI special agent and a retired DEA special agent. Pooh Shiesty could reportedly secure the bail with up to 8 properties. His team suggests that he surrender all travel documents and passports, that there be a no-contact order regarding both the alleged victims and the co-defendants, so a way to kind of alleviate any concerns there might be if he's released. But the government responded. The government followed up with a 25-page response, including several exhibits that challenged some of the defense's arguments. For example, they say that the, quote, release of contract, which the defense argued was never found, was discovered, that it would seem that the purported video of the incident would support that. The prosecution also pointed out that even if Pooh Shiesty wears an ankle monitor, it apparently doesn't deter him from allegedly committing crimes. He was wearing one when this whole alleged kidnapping and robbery happened. So look, the judge has not ruled on whether bail will be granted, but you know we're going to stay on top of this and see what happens. Okay, so we got a special guest. I want to welcome back on Bradford Cohen. So not only criminal defense attorney to the stars, had represented Pooh Shiesty at one point in this criminal case. Thank you so much for taking the time. Always good to see you. This is a significant...
Hey, y'all, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't this the lawyer who got on there and said the feds ain't hide nothing? Is this the same guy? That's why I say, man, don't put your faith in the lawyer. This lawyer said the feds ain't hide no video. He said Pooh Shiesty and them ain't go to the place to type out the contract. He said all that, right? The feds smacked him over his face. That's what I'm saying. Don't believe that they don't be having none, because they don't tell you.
Significant development. I mean, the last time you and I talked about this, there was a question, well, what does really the government have? What's their evidence?
Sure.
I mean, they seem to have this video and they seem to have a copy of the contract.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44. Guys, Nina just built.
Feels like it's going to be tough for the defense.
Sure. So there's a couple ways to look at this. Number one is when this case was originally filed, why I thought this case was so done in a sloppy manner is because they didn't have any of this, right? They were looking for this stuff. They didn't do any search warrants that they could get the stuff early on. They didn't do any physical search warrants in terms of locations. They just didn't do the work originally on this case. What they did is they just indicted. So my original argument was they don't have any of this stuff, which they didn't. Since that time period, obviously, they've done their work and they started to discover these things. Now, I would be foolish to say, wow, this is a great video for the defense, because it's not. But at the same token, my argument at the bond hearing, which I conducted, was even if they had all this evidence, it still does not rise to the level of a federal kidnapping charge. The charges that they charged him with do not meet the evidence that they have, the actual elements. So it's really a legal argument. I understand, like, the populace, and I posted on my Instagram today, and the opinion is like, oh, he's cooked, and this, oh my God, he's in all these different things. They don't understand the legal argument behind it. Now, this may be a state case. It may be some state arguments. There may be other federal charges that should have been filed, but not a federal kidnapping charge.
Explain to me why it doesn't fit that.
So in order to fit a federal kidnapping charge, there needs to be a benefit, and that benefit needs to be proven. And their benefit, their theory of this benefit.
See, that's what, hey, this is why he got fired. This is exactly why they fired Pooh Shiesty, fired him, man. Soon when the feds came out with that, what they got evidence, Pooh Shiesty fired him. That's crazy, man. Sometimes you just got to look at your case and be like, I did it. They got me. I'm gone. I'm finna cop out. Or you could be a fool and say, they ain't got nothing, even though we did it, and get hit over your head.
That's one element, by the way. The second element is that there's some sort of interstate commerce clause that comes into effect. They can't prove these weapons were made out of the state of Texas, which generally that's how they bring cases in federal court, kidnapping cases. It has to affect interstate commerce. So then they say, oh, well, maybe their cell phones were they were communicating on their cell phones. That doesn't make any sense because they didn't show anything.
What about travel?
So the travel would have to be proven that they traveled specifically to kidnap or specifically to commit this crime. They have not proven that. So that was my original argument. I had case law that backed that up, and I really think that it was a very, very articulate argument.
Hey, you see how he keep on saying that was his argument? Little do he know they got all that. They got all the text messages with Pooh Shiesty saying that they finna go and meet, they finna go and get Gucci, and he was calling up all the goons. They got paid $5,000. They got paid $5,000. That's why I say everybody who talking about Lil Durk and them ain't cooked, y'all finna see the same way. Wait till the feds unleash this beast. It's finna be in a couple of days, man, because they got to let out all the witnesses and they got to tell a story before the trial. So the feds finna unleash a beast on Durk. Hey, look, they gonna be like, you and Vonnie, y'all had dinner about that, laughing, show the pictures in there, motherfucking thing. And then the person who interviewed Durk, 9 out of 10 times, he say Durk called me up and told me that it was to interview him that day out of nowhere. You hear me? They might not tell you the truth, but they gonna tell the feds the truth because they don't want to be investigated. You hear me? Oh, there. So if Durk ain't had no interview that day that was set for that day, and he just called the motherfucker, was like, I need somebody to interview me. You hear me? Like, for real, his ass a cook. You just got to think about it. What's the chances of you got to interview this day and they call and tell you Quando Rondo and them down there, and you just happen to get a call that day, you got to interview to fly out. So you was going to fly out anyway, and this shit just lucked up and happened. Like, you got to explain this shit, man. Don't let the lawyers lie to you and take your money.
Argument that the court just was not, she just didn't want to take it under advice. She just saw like, okay, this FBI agent came in, she says there's a kidnapping, I'm going to say there's a kidnapping. The actual judge in the case, who looked at the evidence at the time, said, I don't see where this is a federal kidnapping case for Big 30 and Pooh's dad on their bond hearing. They appealed to the judge, and the judge said, I don't see a federal kidnapping case here. I'm going to give them a bond. So that is still the argument. Now, are there other federal charges or different federal charges that they may look at? Sure. But this was done so hastily and sloppy. They should have had the right indictment with the right charges from day one. And I think it would have been a cleaner case for the defense and a cleaner case for the government.
Why is he still allowed to give his opinion about something? He said that they ain't had nothing. He had the dude who always, they say, y'all always send me him. Well, not y'all, but somebody. Somebody always sending me this lawyer who got long hair, you know, and he looked like the red berry man, the crust is rising, and without the beard. And he always say that somebody ain't got no evidence and they gonna beat it. He's saying that about Lil Durk right now. He said that about Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty's coming home. The feds don't have anything. Because if they had it, they would have showed it. Nah. They ain't the way they work, brother. Yeah, Mo. Yeah, Mo, man. Mo need to retire, man. Mo need to go and give his page to a lawyer for about a year. And then come back. Let the lawyer clean up all his bullshit. He say Tory Lanez was coming home. They sent it to me. Hey, Swipe, you don't know what you're talking about. Tory Lanez coming home. Where Tory Lanez at? Still in jail. Got stabbed and everything. He's still in jail.
Is it extortion? Is it conspiracy to commit extortion?
I think that there's an argument for that. I think there's some arguments for those issues. Again, you're still going to run into whether or not it's a federal extortion as opposed to a state extortion case. I think there's just some issues there, legal issues that need to be raised in case there's an appeal or in case there's things of that nature. Now, the X factor here is that there's many defendants, and whenever you have many defendants, you know as well as I do, you know, the best crime is committed by one person. The worst crime is committed by 8, because out of the 8, you know, 7 are probably going to flip on the.
Now he talking with some real shit. You hear me? Now that Pooh Shiesty fired him. Now, hey, look, now we can get to the real talk. Did y'all just hear what he said? It's one thing to commit a crime with you. It's one thing to commit it with you and somebody else. But to commit it and 8 people know about it, 10 people, your ass going down, bro. I'm telling you, if 2 or more people saying you did it and they saying the same story, man, your ass grass, bro. Like, I don't know. These people on YouTube and on Instagram, they just live in a make-believe fantasy world, bro. They hoping it happen. But I got a problem with that. Because if you want Durk to come home, you should want Didi home and Boogie home and Flocka home and Brown Eyes and Vonnie. You should want all them home. You know what I'm saying? Well, leave Vonnie in there. Leave Vonnie in there. I'm telling y'all to leave his ass in there on everything. Not because what he did to Lil Durk, what he try to pull with me. You hear me? And homie, don't play that. Yeah, only way Durk was going to get out of this, everybody got to get killed, bro. When Durk, like I said yesterday, when Durk found out that Quando Rondo wasn't dead and that they shot the wrong person, soon when they got off the airport, they were supposed to be met with a white van, a white or all black van, you know, with no windows on it, but the front window to see out of, no back window, with plastic inside of it. Hey, what's the plastic for, man? Hey, no, man, we just take off your shoes and your clothes, man, because we got y'all just came off the airport. We got to get rid of the clothes, you know? Have a little hole in there for the gun, you know? Other than that, it's over with, man. Vonnie alive, Vonnie eating steak. You see that ring Vonnie brought, and you think Lil Durk ain't going down? You see how big that ring is? You know what that ring, right? When Vonnie gave old girl that ring, that mean I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the Durk I'm coming. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Once I tell on Lil Durk, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm about to tell everything, then come home. You see that ring on this girl finger? It looked like a blinger. That bitch looked like she was with Cash Money. Bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. Pinky ring right for about 50. What you know about that round table? What you know about that? OTL Vonnie got that bling, bling money. Hey, what if Vonnie drained Durk account? What if Vonnie robbed Durk, Von account, and robbed Durk account? Because you know he had the money. So I could see Vonnie trying to, before the feds come, I could see him using Durk credit card trying to move some money. But he ain't moving it big. He ain't moving like no 30, 40 at one time. He going to swipe $500 for this, $1,000 for this, and then take it back on the return to get the cash. Smash that like button. If you want to support the channel, Cash App, money sign, NENE3837.
One. So I think that's what their bigger concern is that, you know, these individuals are going to flip on Pooh or his dad or Big 30, because those are the people that they really want. And the other people are kind of peripheral. So, and they might not have enough money for good attorneys. There's so many things that take place in these type of cases where there's multiple co-defendants that it starts to kind of fall apart at that point.
So let's assume for a moment, let's say in this theory that it does match up to the federal charges. Let's just put that for a second. If I look at this video and I'm wondering, how does a defense attorney explain it away? Is it one argument he wasn't being serious? He wasn't serious. Like, it's a weird clip. It is a little bit of a weird clip. Like, you see a guy allegedly with a gun, allegedly one of the co-defendants. He's there, he's like saying to the camera, I'm released from the contract. He's like, it's a weird video. And you know, one of the arguments that's being made, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that Gucci Mane doesn't, like he didn't take this seriously, like went on social media and kind of, I mean, defense says that he recanted what happened. Is there any way you could look at that video and be like, this wasn't serious? Like it was I don't know, it's not staged, but it was a gimmick, or it was I don't know if that's anything, but am I wrong about that?
Not wrong. I mean, there's a lot of ways to look at the video depending on the evidence that comes out. When I look at this video, if they're going to say this video is an actual video that's not staged or not a joke or things like that, that you could make those arguments, or there's evidence that shows that it's not. Here's the issues that come up, right? Number one is the statement is that Pooh had an AK-47. Pooh was the one who was forcing him to sign a document with an AK-47. In the video, Pooh does not have a weapon in his hand. He allegedly is filming it. In the statement, they were saying Big 30 was filming it and that Pooh was the one with the weapon. Then they also say that they take all the jewelry, that the jewelry is taken before or after he goes into the studio. You see Gucci with his, allegedly Gucci with his diamond earrings still in his ear. That was one of the things that he said he made them take out the diamond earrings in his ear. So if that was the case, why wouldn't they have robbed him right there? They're taking this video, shut the video off, robbed him right there in the studio.
Hey, bro, first of all, man, let me just debunk that theory. You think Guwap, you think he gonna participate and he gonna be the one getting robbed in a video shoot? He don't love Pooh Shiesty that damn much. Man, y'all must not know Gucci, man. Man, Gucci ain't finna participate in no motherfucking video skit with him starring into getting robbed. And he the one who used to take shit. Like, nah, man. Hey, this lawyer right here, I'm glad he got fired. Because he just like Drew Finland. But ain't nobody gonna see that Drew Finland ain't nothing until the feds embarrass him. That's when everybody gonna say, Durk should have got A$AP Rocky lawyer or John Gotti lawyer. They gonna be saying all that shit next. Watch.
Instead of waiting until they got out of the studio and then robbing him, there's still a lot of issues there with the video, even if we were to assume that this video is not weird, but it is super weird. And the way
I mean, at the other days, there's a guy that looks like he has a gun with him as he's telling him, I'm released from the contract. I mean, another argument is it looks straightforward based on the accounts, based on what the prosecution has alleged. It seems to match up to the narrative, what's in that video.
Well, he's also saying something like, I already said you're out of your contract. I already said that you were out of your contract. It's just the body language is weird. The conversation is weird. And I have had a lot of conversation with Gucci before this all occurred, you know.
Hey, I just want to say this. I see how everybody be getting hung, bro. Your lawyer seen the video, you seen the video, but your lawyer still telling you, oh, we could beat this. This look like a skit. But you know deep down in your mind that it wasn't no motherfucking skit. You wanted your cut, you wanted out the contract, you hear me? But you got a lawyer like him that's telling you, oh, we still could beat it. That don't mean anything. And I can see Drew doing the same thing. Oh, they got the text message with you and Vonnie. They got the audio, you and Vonnie getting on the airplane with call number 4 and all this. Oh, I can still beat that. Vonnie lied before when he was in 8th grade. He lied about some snacks. He lied about stealing 2 chocolate milks in 8th grade. Because that's the only fucking thing that Vonnie done been in jail for, probably. I mean, to detention or something. If you want to call detention in school jail, you know. Vonnie one of them niggas, the one who got caught selling all the vape pens and shit to the kids at high school after he made $1 million.
I was very friendly with Gucci during Pooh's first case because I represented Pooh on his first case. And I really love Gucci. Like, I think he's a good dude. And to see this video, it just doesn't seem like this would be Gucci's, whether or not there's a gun in the scene or not. I know Gucci, like the old Gucci. And I don't think that the way that this was broached with him in his hands in his pocket saying like, hey, you're out of your contract, very calmly, all the things that are going on, it seems really unusual for Gucci to be in this position. And I understand everyone's like, well, there's AK-47. There's a lot of guys there. Like, I mean, between me and you, Gucci used to be John Wick, like, you know, like not the violent John Wick, but the mindset of like, I don't care if there's 1 million guns, like, you know, that's just Gucci. So I don't ever pitch Gucci. I don't ever picture him with his hands in his pocket saying, yeah, I'm good. And I don't care who's in the room. But
that's going to be the YouTube title for this video. You know, John Wick is the new, Gucci Mane's the new John Wick. Look, this is all being brought because of pretrial detention, right? This is all being brought about whether or not Pooh Shiesty, there should be a change in his pretrial detention. Should he be released? At the very least, the rules of evidence, the standard is different when you're having an analysis in terms of pretrial detention versus whether or not somebody is guilty beyond the reasonable doubt. Do you think that this is sufficient for the prosecution to establish?
Hey, Alan. Hey, see this why the Fed. This why I say people. The Feds is they work around the clock. They don't sleep and they think, right. So they got to come back for that. It's a music video. It seemed like a music video, right? And it do probably seem like a music video, right? But the Fed, they only showed you half that video, right? They ain't show you everybody else was in that room, the full video of everybody else in that room, how he waved the camera. Somebody else had some guns. You hear me? They ain't showing us that though. It's a whole video, man. It got to be a whole video. They just showed us the part where they got the gun to tell Pooh Shiesty, hey, look, y'all holding them hostage right here. Go ahead and cop out. That's what the Fed's trying to tell them. Before we waste the government money and hit you across your head, look, you right here with the contract in your hand. That's what they showed them first. You know, I just don't see Gucci playing around like that. And then, like I said, for the people who don't know the difference between a businessman and what's the name, he wasn't on the streets, man. There wasn't no street time. This shit is about a contract. This is about a contract business. I gave you, or I got you $150,000 or $200,000, and we gotta make $200 million back before you can get out your contract. That's common sense. Everybody know that contract game, man. They beating people out. They beating people out left and right, man. All the time, every day. They signing people for $10,000, $15,000. Like Q50 them. Q50 them got signed for what? 15,000? Some shit like that. Bin Laden and Aspen them. They can't even drop no music, bro. They say the label won't even let them drop. You know what that means, right? When the label won't let you drop a YN, they waiting on you to die. They gonna hold this album. So when somebody catch you and kill you, or beat you to a vegetable and your story make your headlines on Church's News, that's when we gonna drop the album. On everything, man. It's common sense. Only thing that Q50 smart about is Q50 still, he doing shows, he doing all his shit. Like he going on tour, he doing that. They can't get paid off that. You can't get Q50 performance money. You can't get his interview money and shit unless y'all stipulated that. Yeah, they signed them for insurance money, man. Little baby came and signed all the little kids. All the little kids he signed. Ashby Carter, Bin Laden, Q50, the Bloodhounds, they Lil Jeff. Remember they told Lil Jeff, brother, you ain't getting no money off this album. We don't care if it's #1. We gave your brother $100,000 before he died on everything, bro. They need all their money back. Ain't no friends in this shit. People be thinking it's friends. Ain't no friends in no business, man. You could be my friend, but if it's come to business, like it's business. You ask me for a loan, you don't pay me back, I'm on your back. You hear me? This ain't got nothing to do with friends. This business. You came to me talking about some, you can do this and do this and do this and flip this, and you ain't flipped nothing. It's business. It ain't about you being, man, I've been your friend since kindergarten, man. Hey, look, cry me a river, build a bridge and get over it.
He shouldn't be released, or there shouldn't be any changes?
I think it weighs very heavily on the side of the government. I think the defense has some work to do. I would start subpoenaing people to this bond hearing, let them object to who you're going to subpoena. I'd like to see if individuals who gave statements previously are still sticking to those statements. I think that's really relevant. And even during my bond hearing, when I had the bond hearing with Pooh, the FBI agent is like, I haven't even had any contact with any of the victims since the incident. I didn't even have contact with them at the incident. I read a police report. I did my due diligence, and she didn't even write the report. They put on an FBI agent that did not author a report, that did not gather any information, that did not gather any evidence. It was really a sloppy bond hearing. They were lucky because the magistrate was on their side. But if that was in front of a judge that was paying attention, and I don't, no disrespect to the magistrate, but I think if there was a judge who was really paying attention to the law and what they presented at that bond hearing, I think it might have been a different story. I know everyone says, oh, it's an uphill battle. I mean, listen, everything for me is an uphill battle, but that's why I'm Brad Cohen.
Listen up. Prep is for any.
Nobody wins when the family feels. Work that, ski mask, work that. PT in my face, had it don't rip.
Good and shit. I'll tell my mom.
I got
You know, rap
attitude. I seen you post some shit like,
I used to have fun with my fake ass buddies or something like that. But I
Smash
miss
that
them
like
fake
button,
ass
man.
niggas.
Smash that like button.
I do.
Trying to wrestle Alley boy.
But I be hollering, but I be reading all that shit out the other nigga dick.
Alley
I ain't
boy,
tripping,
man.
bro.
Alley
I
boy
ain't got
was
nobody
out
to
when
be
I
a
was
fuck
down
nigga
there in
with.
08.
Yeah,
I know
bro, I'm
you was
laughing like hell. The nigga say goddamn. What else you said? You said one time you said
Alley boy, the stick up kid.
I got the blood of Jesus, so we need to got chicken blood on them. But that shit had me hollering. I said, this nigga whole fuck nigga, boy.
But nah, man. Bro. Like I be telling nigga, bro. Like I was telling my mom, you know, goddamn, when I was in the hospital and shit. I was telling my mom, I say, Mama, like if I died now, I'll live 3 lives. I don't care.
In the last 24 hours, the reports of an Atlanta rapper whose loyalty helped found one of the biggest indie labels coming out of Atlanta had unfortunately lost his life, closing the chapter on one of the most polarizing stories in the rap community coming out of Atlanta. This was a man who faced his challenges that was headed his way. He came to an agreement with himself. And even 3 weeks ago, while on an interview with someone he co-founded a label with who we'll later identify, he spoke on speaking to his mom while in the hospital prior to this situation and telling her simply, Mom, if I died today, I lived 3 lives. I lived a happy life.
But nah, man. Bro. Like I be telling nigga, bro. Like I was telling my mom, you know, goddamn, when I was in the hospital and shit. I was telling my mom, I say, Mama, like if I died now, I'll live 3 lives. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna die still happy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bro, I done did everything that I dreamed about doing. I done done that shit, 100%. Bro. You know what I mean? Like a lot of it, like to the fullest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm for every type of bitch I can think of. Every type.
Every language.
Every language, bro. Real shit. Every city down there, who I don't got money, different city I don't walk through. Every neighborhood, niggas say we shouldn't walk through. And respect it like a real G. Still respect it to this day.
Drove every car.
Drove car, who got money out the street more than I have in the music shit. Drove car that niggas get from the music that I got out the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like jury, nigga, I be telling people, nigga, I ain't had no dusty time. Nigga, I jumped out the port, fly fuck, nigga, my whole neighborhood. Nigga, all over, fresh air young nigga. On the block, Polo the Devil. You know what I mean? Jury and shit back then, mouthful of gold back then. I can't be mad. I want to live a long time. Who don't? You know what I mean? But, bro, if I died today, bro.
Had to have my life turned out.
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
say that shit too.
Yeah.
That was Kurt Freeman, just 3 weeks ago, also known by his rap stage name Alley Boy. Today we go over his story, talk about his upbringing, the label, his music, and most importantly, pay our respects as we go over the details on what allegedly led up to him losing his life. So before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle, I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it.
Hey, listen, if you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. It's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful tools.
I'll tell you the story so many times. I'm gonna just keep telling. We just started late because we was already getting money in the streets. And then me and Allie had just caught a case together in the trap house. He went to jail. Me, him, and my partner Robot, we had a spot, you know what I'm saying, selling bags out of it or whatever. And Allie was already on the run for some other shit. Robot was already hot as hell, so they took the charges. Like, bank had nothing to do it or whatever. I was free. So I said, fuck that, we can do some music shit. Started a label, me and my partner Sosa. And goddamn, by the time Allie come home, the label was popping. You know what I'm saying? He come out, he a real rapper. He was already a real rapper. He come out, shit started going crazy. Get Trub, put Trub on the label. Cardo, goddamn, you know, just our whole neighborhood. It was just our whole neighborhood.
Fam, that was Big Bank in a recent interview speaking on Alley Boy and how he took a charge for him, which led to him, Big Bank that is, being able to co-found one of the biggest and well-known indie labels in the South. Duct Tape, with Alley Boy taking the charge. By the time he came home, after doing 24 months, he was able to do something productive and most importantly, legal. Rap.
I'm bigger than Big Boy. This Alley Boy. 3 stacks, these little niggas so.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space? With this free satellite Earth Maps tool, you can zoom right.
Hold down here, all this. None of y'all rap, nigga. Y'all ain't paying homage to the tape. All this out them dope from now on. Cash out. All that out of town, like you coming out here, moving out here, working and shit. That shit a rap, nigga. This day forward, nigga. The tape, that's on everything. Get your phone. Chase. It's our job now. Chase these fuck niggas. It's a rap, nigga. Word law around this bitch, nigga. It's our job now. We revoking all the people. You ain't with the take, you ain't with shit down here, nigga. Oh, you go nigga take. These promoters finna quit booking y'all pussy ass niggas. Straight up. Better keep them folks around your ass. And all the B's like and the C's and the G's with me. M13s and the 4s and the V's.
But in order for us to understand how we got to that point, we got to go to a neighborhood called Edgewood Courts in Zone 6, Atlanta, Georgia. That's where Alley Boy is from. In interviews, he claims he's been rapping since 9, but he started going to the studio and recording when he was 10 or 11. He was dealing with a label back then called Drew BMK Records. Now they go by Big Play Entertainment, who once had artists YC signed to him. Back when Alley Boy was signed to Drew BMK, their headline artist was named Mr. KU, and he was Alley Boy's best friend cousin. So naturally, they came looking for talent and knew they was really living in the streets and decided to get Alley Boy. Alley Boy was once open in an interview saying his mom and dad was on drugs, so he stayed with his grandmother in middle school. He said he got into all kind of stuff. He used to dance, or at least like to. He could sing a little bit according to him, but rapping was his strongest point. He once said as he got older in high school, just being out in the streets, where he started hustling a lot, school kind of became secondary for him. As bad as that may sound, that was that. But he always felt like music was his way out. When he started making his own money, he started paying for his own studio time, and he kept it going. That was the dream, and that's what he knew he was good at. And because of that, according to Alley Boy, he kept it in his heart. He also claimed during that time, rapping with his cousins, he was most out the way when he was recording, locked in the studio. And the charge that started everything was in 2003. Big Bank, Alley Boy, and another guy caught a charge together at a local trap spot. They was charged with possession of some guns and Mary Jane. They ended up going to prison. Well, at least Alley Boy and the other individual, because they took the charge for Big Bank. He ended up going to prison for 24 months. He was locked up, and that's what Bank told him, quote, "Bro, I know you wanna. Let's do the music thing." Alley Boy said Big Bank was getting money and stuff, so it really just started up. He quoted, "I was like, let's go with it hard when I come home." And when he came home, the rest was history. Alley Boy said that he got the name Alley Boy when he was just 19 years old. He ran into a situation where him and 3 other homeboys all ended up with a murder charge, murder and robbery. So he went to prison in 2001. He did a year, but he got out. During that time, he was young and he was used to running around a lot. He said he was always being hyper. And older dudes were like, "Man, you Alley as hell." Because he used to be loud and claimed that he always used to look country and loud. Alley Boy. He said it stuck from there. When he started writing rhymes, he was claiming he was Alley Boy.
I caught a murder case.
No.
Yeah, when I was 18, me and my homeboy, like me and 3 of my homeboys, my partner Nate, dog, my partner Chris and Chico, all I had caught a murder charge or whatever. And I went on the run for like 6 months, you know, but I'm 18, you know what I mean? Like I ain't really have much money or nothing like that.
You know, was it like a mistake or you actually
Nah, it was some bull. Like so-called had robbed this dude and he got beat.
Yeah.
And he died 20 days later. You know what I mean? So when that happened, they backtracked what happened to him or whatever, and they put it on us. Or Jay from the hood fingered us, pointed us out and said we did. So but they ended up dropping the murder on us because they said he didn't go to the hospital till 20 days later. So anything could have happened within them 20 days.
Battery or something?
Aggravated assault and armed robbery.
Okay.
Know what I mean? But I ended up, my partner Nate, he Nate Black brother, Bank, who I had the label with, we started duct tape with. That's his little brother. Me and him were best friends. So he ended up playing out because nigga had wrote statement on him. So he ended up, so he ended up playing out into 13 years.
Damn.
So when he did that down there kind of cleared me.
Oh yeah, they like, we got him, you know, they get a
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this the dude they say had the gun and shit like that. So the other nigga them got little deals and shit, but it really kind of, I really was like a throw-in. You know what I mean? So they end up just charging me with robbery.
Yeah.
They dropped all my shit down to robbery. I ended up getting a year.
Yeah, like jail time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just did a year, but I ended up getting out. I probably stayed out like another year.
Yeah.
And
me and Black had a little work spot. So they busted our spot and shit.
Work spot at the little trap.
Yeah, they bust the trap. Shit, I ended up getting, cause I was on probation from the other shit.
Oh yeah, so you was on paper.
Yeah, I was on paper. I had 5 to 1.
Okay, yeah.
So I ended up going back. Goddamn, you know, I tried to take the charges and shit for Black. I knew I was going down the road. Anyway, I think they caught over like 9 pounds, like a chopper.
Oh yeah, that's
some pistols and shit,
right
like 3 pistols and a chopper. So I knew I was going to prison anyway. Like, and I had another case too.
Oh, you catching them?
Yeah, I was already on the run. So I tried to take the charges and shit for Black, but they wanted him. But he ended up getting some probation, but they gave me 8 years to do 3.
So you did 3?
Yeah, I did 28 months.
How that shit was. Wow, that was the first time going to prison too.
That was my second time.
Oh, so when you did the little year?
I went down the road.
I know in Florida, you ain't doing a year in one day. You can't even, you feel me?
Yeah, they, like in Georgia, if you get a year, like if I'd have got 12 months, I would have stayed in the county. Yeah, but they gave me 1 year, so I had to go down the road. You know what I mean? I went down the road number like 7 months. You know what I mean? Then I maxed out because I was in the county like 5 months.
Over the years, Ali Boy also was open about some of the people he considered friends in the industry, like Gucci Mane. He said he met Gucci in 2002. He was signed to the label called Street Drop Entertainment, and he used to deal with them and recorded their studio. He said he met Gucci, and they had a long relationship, well before his career had took off. He said when he came home after the second time, he'd been to prison and did 2 years. In 05, Gucci had the song Icy out. His thing was going good. At that time, Gucci had just got out of prison. So naturally, they hooked back up. His situation was moving. And according to Ali Boy, he quoted, Gucci Mane told him, bro, however I can help you, you know I'ma help. Which explains Ali Boy taking up for Gucci Mane in a recent interview released 3 weeks ago about the debacle between him and his artist, Pooh Shiesty.
Like saying he a rat or whatever, if we gonna be on some street shit and woo motherfuckers shouldn't have done this and done that, woo. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be saying that shit out my mouth. Talking about he no rat.
Okay.
Cause I don't feel like he no rat ass. I don't feel like that. I'm sorry. The situation motherfucker saying it fucked up with her.
What do people say? They say they don't know about the people.
I try to think like this. Like put yourself in the motherfucker's shoes. What you gonna do? You gonna crash out and lose your life trying to get back? Or whatever, or you'll handle it in a different way. Well, fuck these niggas. Give a damn, they burn in hell. They talk like he wrong for them going to jail, but why should he care about them going to jail if y'all didn't care about putting no pistol in my face and robbing me? Hey, it's the streets when it's the streets. This industry shit, this some contract shit.
Yeah, this
some artist label shit. I ought to take it to Atlantic.
Now, Ali Boy have 3 daughters, a son, and also have his mom living with him. And as of 2026, that's the thing that keeps him most happy.
Hey, I respect them for that shit, man. That's what I've been saying the whole time. All right, y'all ran up on Gucci, but you still was gonna be signed because Atlantic the one who gave you the money. So how you thought you was gonna get out of Atlantic shit? Cause you come with a contract from Gucci. Like that was just stupid, man. What Pooh Shiesty and them did, bro. And his daddy bogus than a motherfucker for even letting them go out like that. His daddy let him go out like that. But that's facts, bro. Why y'all ain't run up in Atlantic with them guns? Cause they was gonna go to jail the same way they went to jail. It's business.
Being able to provide for them and keep a roof over their heads. He recently opened up about having kidney failure after drinking lean due to him having the easy access and being the one that supplied it to the local neighborhood. He said for years he didn't know he was allergic to opioids, which is considered a narcotic that most put in promethazine. And in return, he got kidney failure. And now being an advocate for those who do decide to drink lean.
Last year, you revealed that you needed a kidney transplant, man.
Yep.
What's the status? Were you able to get the transplant yet? Or
nah,
you still on the list?
That shit take a couple years, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, unless you have somebody who gonna give you a kidney. You know what I mean? And from drinking lean, man, I be telling niggas like, all along I was drinking the lean shit. I used to sell it, so I always had it.
And the whole time alert to opiates.
True.
And didn't know. So it was like I was drinking poison the whole time. Shit making my high blood pressure and shit go up. So all that shit combined, it damaged my kidney. It fucked my kidney up. So I be telling niggas like, all right, y'all don't know. If you don't know something, you don't know. You know what I mean? So it like, you don't know if that shit'll fuck you up like that. Then you don't think shit'll happen. You can hear about it. You don't think that shit'll ever happen to you. You know what I mean? Until it happened. You know what I mean? So I went through that shit. That shit was life changing, bro. You know what I mean? Like I do dialysis.
Oh, shit. How often you got to do it?
3 times a week.
True.
You know what I mean? So in the mix of all that shit, then grinding, and you know what I mean? It be a lot, but bro, I'm stronger than I look. You know what I mean? So now I look at shit like I don't never get down about shit. I ain't got now one of them beat myself down mind frame. Like, oh, this, I ain't throwing myself no pity party. Nigga, all right, did what it is. All right, bet. What I gotta do to work through it. What I gotta do to go around it.
What's the solution?
That's always been
What's the solution?
my power. You know what I mean? Cause I ain't gonna beat myself down about shit. Nigga, I can fall 10 times. I'm gonna get up 11.
Man, come on, man.
You know what I mean?
12,
Like, that's
13.
how I look at it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody gonna fall, nigga. Ain't nobody gonna win them all. You ain't gonna win every time. But your losses will make you. Your losses will prepare you for your next win. You gonna know what to do with it. And you gonna know, shit, I was all the way down here. I'm winning now. You know what I mean? And that shit, it really just, ain't no winning without losses. At some point, you ain't go hard enough if you ain't lose sometimes. You wasn't going hard enough. Cause ain't nobody flawless. You know what I mean? So that's how I take shit. You know what I mean? Even with the kidney shit.
Now at this point, we pretty much know Ali Boy's story. A young man who found a way with rapping. He may not necessarily became the biggest name or one that you might know, but he made an impact where others was able to come to the label, prosper, and make something productive. One like Trouble. Then when you look at Big Bank, capitalizing on another opportunity out in the free world by creating a label, knowing it had many people a part of that label, whether they rapped or not, like B Green, Big Bank right-hand man, Dave, and the most known, Trouble. So when you hear Ali Boy speak up in a recent interview that we heard at the very beginning 3 weeks ago, say this, knowing the obstacles he was battling, the interview looked like a therapy session, while a man letting the world know he's at peace and where he's at, the life he's lived, and what's to come.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Smash that like button, y'all. Rest in peace to Ali Boy. Rest in peace to him, man. That's crazy. Yeah, when you down and out, you can't throw yourself no pity party, man. Ain't no need to, man. Stay strong and up. Stay strong and up. Smash that like button, y'all. 717 people on here. Smash that like button or send me a cash out. All right, y'all. This is the last video of the night on Saturday. I got to get up and handle business tomorrow with the kids. With the kids tomorrow on the day. But smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button. We finna go out with the family. Shout out to everybody on here. Make sure you support the channel. I got a book. You need promotion or anything, holla at Nene. Want an interview? Need your channel pulled? Holla at Trenches News, man. Holla at Nene Marie 37 on Instagram, man.
Nobody wins when the family feels.
I don't know who did that. All I know is them niggas keep dying, they ain't slid back. Niggas need to stop claiming my work, saying they did that.
I been jumped, I been shot, never pistol whip. Ain't no tapping out the beat, boy, you in this shit. Nigga, log in and tell us about this incident.
Cause I don't know this nigga. Hell no, them not my guns. Is you slow? I don't know who guns these is.
In the raid, everybody go to jail.
So nigga, I'm bold on a gun case. Is you slow? I was never on. I never went to jail. I never got questioned, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Talking about I shoot with my eyes closed. Is you slow, little nigga?
The risk versus reward in the rap is starting to look completely different now. Making it as a rapper is already one of the hardest things to do. Millions of people chase that dream every day, but only a
Shout
small
out
percentage
JP
ever make
Beats
a
in the
living from it. And
building,
after beating
man.
those
Shout out
odds, some
JP Beats
artists
in the
find
building.
themselves
You
dealing with
need some
another
beats,
battle
you rap,
altogether.
man.
And what's
Holla at
even
JP.
crazier is that it's no
JP.
longer just rappers that's being affected by these rappers.
Hey, man. Hey, you need a beat. Holla at JP if you rap. JP is famous. He got the famous beat with Duck now. Man, that's one of my favorite verses by Duck too. Cash, Dutchy, man. Hey, JP. Hey, JP, what's the name of that song? Hold on, man. Cash never got off on that song, bro. That's one of the songs I was like, damn, they got off. What's the name of that song, man? JP, what's the name of that beat you made for Duck now? STL Tuckerville, we were there shooting up on Tuka Grave. Hey, he went crazy. Duck went crazy. Cash went crazy too. Dutchy went crazy. All of them did. What's the name of it, JP? Hey, smash the like button. He gonna put it in the comments, man.
Actions. Now you got photographers, videographers, managers, producers, and even friends who are simply trying to help build an artist's career are getting caught in situations they have nothing to do with. Sometimes all they doing is filming a music video or documenting a moment. It also serves as a reminder. If you're involved in real street beef, think twice before posting anything, let alone your location, especially in real time. In today's world, a simple photo, story, or live can tell people exactly where you are. And for somebody looking for retaliation, that's all they may need. It's a sad reality, but the line between promoting your career and putting yourself or the people around you in danger has become thinner than ever. And that's exactly what we got here today. Within the last 24 hours of me making this video, a well-known Detroit rapper had reposted himself inside his photographer car, shooting a music video. And shortly after that car was shot up, the perpetrators allegedly assuming this rapper, who we'll later identify, was in the whip. And in return, his videographer was gunned down, broad daylight. And for what? $150 music video? Today we go over this story. We pay our respects. We see what beef this rapper might have that could possibly lead up to this, according to what's public, and see where this case stands today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We'll jump right to it.
That I needed to make another PSA. Listen, if you ever wish payday came sooner, this might actually help. It's a banking app called Current with a bunch of useful tools. And one of the main tools lets you access up.
Wait, if you were locked up at any Illinois juvenile detention center, such as Cook County, the Audi Home, or anywhere else in the system, a global settlement may be coming in 2026.
Illinois staff allegedly engaged.
That clip you just saw was from an incident earlier today from me doing this video, Friday, July 17, 2026, in the middle of the day. A young man had lost his life while sitting inside his vehicle, but most assume a well-known independent rapper was behind the wheel. And unfortunately, the real car owner who was helping out this artist had lost his life. Now, before we go over the details and disclose who these individuals are, we first got to identify the rapper. Fam, meet Demarius Langston, also known as GMO Stacks. The GMO allegedly stands for Ghetto Money Official. He's from the west side of Detroit. He's a buzzing independent rapper known for his age and his street style. He started his career early. After getting kicked out of school and jumping off the porch, he began hustling in the streets at just 8 years old, according to himself. His rap moniker represents his crew, but GMO is a lifestyle, a label, while Stacks points to his focus on stacking money. In an off-the-porch interview he did in 2022, it was a pivotal moment in his rise. That exclusive interview with Dirty Glove Bastard on YouTube, he opened up about his Detroit upbringing, his sports background, and transitioning into the music industry. He caught the attention of prominent artists like Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, and Otto Wick. His music got a major push when Pooh Shiesty promoted the track Back from the Dead.
That's like bacon, I make a nigga famous out the window yelling gang shit. We not to be played with, live a thug life like.
Yeah, a lot of talent coming from the West Side. A lot of them artists you named already signed too, man. So how does it feel to be like part of that new wave coming out the city, man?
It feel good. For sure feel good.
Yeah. So what were you into as a kid growing up on the West Side then, man?
Baddest.
feuds and street beefs within the Detroit rap scene, even with his own crew. Some have since been resolved, like Skilla Baby. This one of the most intense feuds. The tension escalated dramatically until things turned violent, leading to Skilla Baby being shot. A video that we once covered. He was sitting in his vehicle. GMO Stacks was rumored to be arrested in connection with that incident. Stacks later stated in TikTok that he was moving on from that beef. Skilla Baby, real name Trevor Gardner, was targeted in a drive-by shooting in Redford Township, Michigan on May 22nd, 2025. Over 20 rounds were fired at his SUV, causing him to crash into a building. He sustained graze wounds to the head and a gunshot wound to the hand, but fully recovered, thank God.
Breaking news tonight out of Redford, a popular Detroit rapper has been shot. Good evening, everybody. I'm Rupert.
And I'm Mimi Lang. Multiple sources telling Fox 2 rapper Skilla Baby has been shot. And Fox 2's Jessica Dubnik joins us live with what we're learning tonight. Good evening, Jess.
Hey, good evening, Amy and Roop. We are out along 8 Mile near Beach Daily in Redford. And as you mentioned, we have confirmed that Skilla Baby, also known as Trevon Gardner, a well-known rapper here in Detroit and really across the country, has been shot. Now, behind me, you can see that there is some activity going on. The scene mostly cleared at this point. When we were out here earlier, we came up on the scene here on 8 Mile, and there was a black SUV that was smashed into the side of a building, and along 8 Mile. It was pretty unbelievable. Dozens of evidence markers marking shell casings. Now, we understand this is described as sort of a drive-by, possibly targeted shooting. Skilla Baby was in a black SUV earlier this evening when that SUV was shot up. We understand he is currently at a local hospital. He had a graze wound to the back of his head, a graze wound to his back, and he was shot in the hand. Now, we understand he was alert as of about a half hour ago, is expected to be okay. Just a very scary situation out here, and police sources are describing this as a targeted shooting. But in terms of a suspect at this point, we don't have any information yet. It's still very, very early. Again, Trevon Gardner, better known as Skilla Baby, a very well-known rapper here in Detroit and across the country, shot earlier this evening. Multiple sources saying that he had 2 graze wounds, also shot in the head. It all unfolded in 8 Mile earlier this evening, ended with his SUV smashing into the side of a building. Now, Redford Township Police are investigating. They got this scene cleared up very, very quickly, and right now they're working to make some repairs to the building that is behind me. But again, we are happy to report, though, that Skilla Baby is alert. Of course, Redford Police investigating. If you know anything about this shooting that's described as a targeted drive-by shooting, you're asked to call Redford Township.
Well, in May of this year, Skilla Baby was on 8 Mile in Detroit, and his car got shot up, and he got hit. He got grazed in the head and the back, shot in the hand, crashed the car, and then GMO Stacks gets arrested right afterwards. Now, you know both parties?
Yeah, I know both parties.
When you heard about that situation, what did you think?
Honestly, like, I fuck with both of them, you know, and I don't really know if that situation was what people making the scene. I don't really know the ins and outs to it. Like, nobody don't know who or what was going on because we wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I really ain't really know what was going on. Like I heard it, but I don't even know if that's the true story. So I ain't even finna ask nobody. You know what I'm saying?
With Skilly, feel me? Like, that's a cool nigga. I ain't got nothing against Skilly. I tell every nigga the same shit. That I fuck with. I ain't got no problem with him. You feel me? We ain't got no problem. We ain't got no beef. You feel me? That shit ain't nothing. That's whatever happened, that shit happened, man. It ain't no, I don't wake up saying, oh, I'm finna go catch dog. Hell no, that's not my, feel me? I ain't got no smoke with that nigga, bro. Everything you see on the internet don't be true too. Just like we was talking about the internet earlier. Everything you see on the internet don't be true. Dog ain't my op. Like, feel me? It might have been shit that went on, but that's not my op. Like, I don't got that in my heart. That's my op. Feel me? I don't give about nothing that didn't went on. I don't wake up think about none of that shit. He feel the same way. He'll tell you this. It ain't no smoke. Feel me? That shit just be internet ass shit. You feel me? Whatever happened, it happened. You feel me? But shit, I don't feel like a nigga up on the score on me in no type of aspect. So, you feel me? I shake his hand, I see him. Like, that's how real this shit is. I don't got no smoke with that nigga, bro.
It wasn't just the opposition GMO Stacks had differences with. It was also within his own crew. In case you missed it, YB and Lil Bro was also in his interview.
Instagram, my name still legit, my name.
All right, so we got GMO Stacks jumping off the porch with us today.
What's that word, my boy?
Man, I'm feeling great. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, Pit.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you swinging by today too, man. So go ahead and introduce everyone that's sitting on the porch with you also, man.
Didn't stop Skilla Baby from mocking the incident.
Me killed. He keep rapping about what he gonna do, ain't gonna do shit to me. Buy a new changes so I can take that bitch again. I want a perk, I sniff this perk. Dope fiend ass bitch, ain't no more love for him. Fuck that nigga, he ain't YBN. Get deep sliding on them same niggas I was sliding with. Why the fuck they had to play with me like I don't drive shit? I'ma treat you.
Hey, yeah, this the reason why I say, man, ain't no need to be in no gang or none of that, man. And then they trash. Both of them trash. Like, how y'all going to war and y'all beefing and y'all trash at that, too? You hear me? Like, for real, y'all trash. Y'all going back and forth. Y'all know where each other live at. Y'all from the same block. So you know where his address and he know yours. Just go and knock on his door, man. And talk to him. Give him a hug, man. Like, come on, man. Like, the internet is wicked, bro. The internet is wicked, man. Everybody want clout, bro. Everybody want to be at the top and be famous, bro. On everything. But once again, this shit ain't for everybody. Everybody could do it if they want to. But this shit, it ain't for everybody, man. It just ain't. So these guys trash, man. They sound worse than the guys from New York, man.
Smell like you got some PTO from your BO. Escape the 24/7 freshness with Old Spice Fiji.
Ding dong, it's Realtor.com time.
Honey, Mortgage Bunny 6 says we.
Boy, you in this shit. Nigga, log in and tell us about this incident. Niggas out here getting robbed by their friends trying to troll got took. All that playing 5,000, you can get your shit back. No, I'm Ben, they won't.
Hey, y'all, you see what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell me they ain't leaving Blues Clues for the police. You ain't get robbed for your 10. You ain't get robbed for the fin. You got robbed for a 10. And you got your chain snooked and everything on camera, and you ain't even spin. Like, come on, man.
AK for your fake J, I ain't paying. You wasn't dying about that shit, you ain't want that. No, you didn't get strong, guard where that pole at. What you tell me? Till you get back, don't rap, pussy. Welcome to Nappy Dread Radio, I'm your host.
Now, GMO Stacks also frequently addressed his rivalry with the Cash Gang crew in interviews and lyrics, cementing his position within Detroit's divided hip-hop landscape. But now you got an idea on who this artist is from Detroit. You understand how crazy it would be for him to repost anything, let alone a vehicle, that can give away his location and or what he's driving in, or put somebody at risk by posting their information and or vehicle. With that being said, even though your cameraman might post something and not know the severity of his post, you post a...
Man, if y'all listen to that shit, I'm finna start rapping, man. I'm finna start rapping tomorrow. I'm going to the studio. Fuck it. If y'all listening to that shit, I could say that. Fan with a ben on the chin and a den, and he got ran, and he got hen. Yo, tell him gang. Yeah, all you pussy ass up, you niggas, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. West side till I die. Y'all listen to this garbage ass music.
Put them on point, or at least at the bare minimum, not reposted on your page. But that's exactly what happened. July 17, 2026. Now, I'm not gonna put the cameraman page out there. He posted a video inside his vehicle with GMO Stacks in the driver's side with another individual posted Detroit, Michigan. and I'm sure people growing up in that area knew exactly where he was located. After being tagged, GMO Stacks reposted that same video, and apparently they were still there. Now, after police had released footage, they assumed it was GMO Stacks based on a photo and video he had just reposted. But a 27-year-old man was actually shot and killed inside a vehicle outside Sanctuary Studios, LLC in Oak Park, Michigan. It was around 2 a.m. Police reported 2 vehicles were struck by gunfire on Myers Road and 8 Mile Road. The victim's identity wasn't publicly released, and no suspects has been identified. Now, I'm not sure when you're going to look at this video, but as of the time of me recording, GMO Stacks has not came out publicly and said anything, and it's been 17 hours since the incident. We do know he wasn't the one identified as the man killed because GMO Stacks is 22 years old, and the police say that the man that was killed was 27. May he rest in peace. I love and condolences to his family.
To a rare homicide investigation in the city of Oak Park. A 27-year-old man shot and killed outside a music studio and has left the community stunned. Sanctuary Studios on Myers Road between 8 Mile and 9 Mile has been around for years and brings in talent from all across Metro Detroit. Ruta Alcenaida is your Oak Park reporter, and tonight she's speaking with artists who record there and a business owner in the area about the shock of it all and the heartbreak of losing another life to gun violence.
The staff here at Sanctuary Studios say these kinds of crimes just do not happen here. In fact, they help promote putting an end to gun violence. So to see this happening so close to their front doors is devastating.
Just like anything in life, stepping outside is a risk. But I never thought like Sanctuary would be a place where someone will lose their life.
Antonio Big Tone Hood is a producer, composer, and engineer at Sanctuary Studios near 8 Mile and Myers in Oak Park. He works with talented artists from all across Metro Detroit.
We do music production, recording, and video production too.
He was at his other job late Thursday into Friday, but as soon as he woke up, he saw the news that someone had been shot and killed in a vehicle just outside their studios.
It's unfortunate that anyone died, but I was really scared that one of my friends, like one of my coworkers, was involved. It was really sad.
Police have not yet identified the 27-year-old victim, but local artists who use the studio and have for years, like Dear God from Detroit, are absolutely shocked.
I never had a problem there. I never had a bad encounter, a bad feeling.
Both Dear God and Hood say the music space really does stay true to its name, acting as a real sanctuary for local talent.
I never had a problem with anything. So yeah, it is kind of a shocker in that way.
This is too close to home. It's way too close to home.
Owner of House of Bloom, Amber George, only moved into her new space a little over a mile from the music studio just last month. She left her previous location in Detroit on Finkel because of another shooting death earlier this year. So dealing with more gun violence is something she says has to stop.
It's traumatizing to be a business owner and have to put my life in danger, but also my customers. So we try to move and make sure that we have a good location, and regardless, like I said, it just follows us.
I feel like there's never a reason to get to that point. There's always other ways to resolve conflict.
Oak Park police are actively investigating, so if you have any information, be sure to give them a call.
Hey, smash that like button, y'all. Smash that like button so this video get around. Shout out to everybody who was on here tonight. All the wrenches, man. Shout out to all my wrenches, man. Shout out to Lakeisha. Lakeisha, man. We rocking with you. We support you, Lakeisha, and everything, man. I got family members that's on dialysis or died from dialysis. So it is real, man. You know, it's real. Trust me. It is real, man. So we support you. We love you, man. Keep pushing, and hopefully God will bless you. God will keep you here longer and longer, man. But just don't give up. Just don't feel sad or down. Don't beat yourself. For something that you can't change, you can't beat yourself. You just got to go with the flow. God don't make no mistakes. You hear me? So with that being said, hey, drop them hearts in the comment for Lakeisha. Shout out to everybody who was on here tonight, man. Donnie Brasco, I see you. Tommy Sherman. Shout out Trap God, man. All my wrenches, man. Make sure y'all follow. Everybody was on here tonight, man. I appreciate all y'all love. I got videos out there, man. I got the OTF Jam video out there. If y'all want to go and watch some Bodil Tyrant Like Father Like Son, the series is out, man. Make sure y'all go and watch that for free on Tubi if you got Tubi, or download it if you don't. Shout out to Chella H. So Who Gonna Say It podcast, man. Make sure y'all check out her too. Big Head Didi. I got an interview over there. Still, he got a couple more clips. And shout out to everybody. If you want promotion, anything, man, involving YouTube, Instagram, or anything, man. Want your channel lit, want your channel pulled up. Shout outs to anything, man. Just hit up Nene Marie 37 on Instagram for all promotion. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all the best crowd, man. Y'all like make me feel like I'm a Beatle or something, man. I love y'all, man. And Nene love y'all too, and my kids, man. Shout out to y'all family. Hope y'all have a safe and blessed Sunday tomorrow. And what else I want to say? Hi that. Well, today I think today is wait, how long? Yeah. Have a blessed weekend, week coming up, and just stay safe. I'm talking about weekend. Yeah. Stay safe, y'all. Yeah, Monday. That's what I was trying to say. Have a blessed and safe Monday. Angel Dixon, shout out to OG Momo, shout out to SD Martinique, shout out to all the women on my channel. Shout out to everybody. The Crown TV, The Crown. Shout out to The Crown. She know who I'm talking about. Trap God, Anthony Peterson. Shout out to Anthony Peterson. Powder Beezy. Shout out to Powder Beezy. Shout out to Sparks Visual. Bone Yak. Savage Black. Made Media Magazine. Make sure y'all subscribe to Made Media. He a big part of the channel too. You might not see him, but you know, shout out Joe the Mob, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Joe the Mob. They hit it on this channel. Shout out to Byron Blake. Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. If you got a business, clothes, anything you need promotion, holla at Trenches News, man. Other than that, man, make sure y'all be safe. I'm up out of here, y'all.